Fucking sick,
so
bro.
cute, dude.
If you guys knew what we just witnessed right now,
Fuck you guys.
sick.
We're in sync over here,
You
dude.
guys docking?
What's docking? I've never heard of it.
You never heard of docking? Tony, you gotta explain the docking situation.
Docking's wild.
You guys aren't gonna do an intro?
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. But I guess it like refers to like,
All right, shut the fuck up. We'll get into
We
that.
talked about doing an intro, and you just
Okay.
jumped into your story.
sorry. Is it Richard Dawkins or who?
Are we good? Shut the fuck up, Tony. Damn, dude.
God damn.
All right, we good?
All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Holy shit. Hey, yo.
Yo,
What's
Hey.
going on? How's it going?
what's up, man?
We
doing
chilling,
good?
man.
Yo,
It's about time. We got some
This-
special guests.
We got some
we
special guests.
Some
and we
dudes
got
I've been wanting to get on forever.
Word.
Forever, man. So we could do what? Left to right? We got left over here, my man in the blue cap. The dick hat.
That's
David.
my right, your left.
What? That's my left.
You're
Yeah.
My man has a podcast here. This is a dual podcast. Shout your shit
Mine's
out.
on hiatus because I stopped wanting to talk about positive things.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
well. You joined the right show.
Yeah, I
let
don't
me tell
wanna-
you.
Word.
I don't want to run down my stellar resume, but my name's David. I'm very happy to be here.
Welcome.
Very
Welcome,
sincere.
bro, welcome.
Very sincere.
And then you got your boy Tony. It's
returner.
been a
He's a
minute.
returner.
It's been a minute. I forgot what the fuck we talked about last time, but I'm sure we talked about like immigrants and aliens and how
Word.
they coincide.
Oh shit. Oh, damn. We got that deep.
Hey, what's up? We got my man's here. This is the motherfucker I've been trying to get on for forever, bro.
Now that he's out the FBI's most wanted, we can get him on camera.
Do you want a pseudonym? Do you need like a secret name?
Yeah. Do you want?
No, I don't know why it's so
should we-
secretive. No,
should
I
we
don't know
blur
why
your
it's so
face?
secretive.
What's up, dude?
He looks like the Unabomber.
He said it. He's
that's
like,
what
I
he
remember
told
saying.
us.
I was like, I don't remember saying that.
Oh, so you're
All
the
right,
liar.
So, hey,
I don't remember
we got my
saying
boy, my cousin Andrew.
So we should
He's
blur
up in
his
this
face.
spot.
Yeah. They're my asshole.
You just want to get canceled.
Yep, that's.
He said that's the goal for
Oh
tonight.
shit! And then we got last but not least. You want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Mike.
That's my brother Mike.
It's where
And
the-
we-
Michael sounds like one of those girls before casting couch.
Yeah, dude.
I'm Michael.
Isn't he like so
I'm a little
excited?
nervous.
Yeah, but hey,
He's nervous, bro.
Is the
He's
black
nervous.
couch here? Or?
We're gonna move. That's in the back
Hey,
room.
it's in the tent. It's in the
All
tent.
right.
I don't know. You guys ruined the surprise now.
I mean, I don't know anything about a black couch.
Yeah.
Well, what I do know of is Mexico found the first alien.
That's right. That's right.
What's
they
up
just,
with that?
when the fucking news conference came out and they brought out the bodies, I was like, damn, son, I really want to believe you guys real fucking hard, bro. But it looks like paper mache, And then
Word.
the video just looks like every other video that a phone's captured. It's blurry. It's fucking like you can see dots moving and shit. But I want to believe it because the U.S. came out and said that they exist, and then Mexico
Yeah.
was like, well, check this out,
Yeah. And they
But-
were like 3 foot tall. Like
Yeah, they were fucking.
I was expecting them to be like our height or maybe a little
Look,
bit.
see, I
No,
don't
there's
know.
two type, right? There's two type
What,
of
the
aliens.
Grays.
Yeah.
the grays and then the ones that we have, no?
The gays?
The gays.
The gays.
Just kidding.
Oh!
Yeah, I just know the Grays. I didn't know there was like what
Yeah,
our
there's-
height.
There's the grays that are the tall ones.
Oh, I
They're
thought
like
those-
6'5".
Okay.
And then there's the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the ones Mexico had.
Yeah, the Mexican. Which ones are the Mexican ones?
But
Other ones?
then they said they found those in Peru. Those bodies came from Peru,
I don't know.
which is crazier.
See, I don't know, man. Like I respect it.
What if it's just someone that passed away and that's like from Oaxaca or something?
That's
Just
what
like
I'm
fucking 3 foot tall.
Deformed skull.
Little nanito, little midget. Or
yeah, dude. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I respect it. Once they actually like went on air, I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like,
Yeah.
someone was in the back, like, "Hey, let's just make one, dude."
Let's just make one.
Let's just fucking make one, bro.
We got a one up. We got a one up. Them.
Yeah.
That was just an old piñata.
Yeah.
That shit looked like it, bro.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was.
It's almost like what Drew was talking about yesterday about Lil Wayne when he was making the beats. They're probably making the alien like that's the shit right there. That's the shit
We got a banger.
That's the shit we gotta release.
Oh shit.
But I'm sure, like, have you guys ever like experienced anything like as far as aliens?
oh.
No, we haven't. No,
Shut the fuck up,
No, we
man.
haven't.
He's petrified.
No.
He's still
No, I'm not.
scared.
They're liars. It's
He's
just what it
liars.
is.
Denies it, bro.
He wouldn't admit that shit.
No, I love like everything horror and conspiracy theory, but I don't believe that night.
That night.
That's like.
Did
all
you guys
right.
all make out or something?
So-
Like,
no,
why are you not talking
so-
about the night?
We're pretty vague about it because, he cries.
He's scared, dude. He doesn't want to relive it. So we were.
I'm trying to play with the Ouija board over here, bro. Scared ain't the problem. You guys are
Anthony-
fucking liars.
I
That's
feel like
the
they
problem.
probed you or something.
Anthony had a night like that too.
Oh, you know it, baby. You know it. They probably probed me. They fucking stuck
Oh,
it in.
shit.
They're like, nah, I still need some more time. Put them back in.
They said, "Hey, come downstairs."
So we had a fucking bonfire, and it was what, like 6 of us? And
yeah.
the way we were sitting, we were sitting facing that way, and the fire was right there. And it's me. Who is it? It's
It was
me,
you,
Art over here,
and Kyle.
It was
our friend
Kyle was in the middle.
He was in the middle. But Gio, our other friend Gio, and this motherfucker
True.
were facing us. So they couldn't see the sky.
Just imagine this.
They were just looking
You
at
guys
us.
are looking this way, we're looking that way.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And dude, we're just like chilling, we're bullshitting, whatever. We had even like talked about shit, right? Like all that shit
I
earlier.
think you guys had a conversation.
No, we were
about
talking
it.
about aliens at that point in
Yeah.
time. And then him and Kyle were talking about what would you do if you got abducted? John, of course, said he'd fucking alien, etc. You know, you fill in the blank. Regular John. And
Regular
then
John.
all of a sudden, and Kyle was the only one talking because he was the sober one, and me and John were everybody was fucked up. And so all of a sudden he stops talking, he looks up and he's stuck, and we're like, what the fuck? And he's just like, not saying, we're like, what's wrong with you? So we look up and there's a light. It turns on, it goes up, down, back, and it just shoots, takes off.
Damn.
like it was just hovering.
Yeah.
It was fucking chilling.
Fuck.
And it just
then-
disappeared. And this dude, the whole time we were like, "What the fuck?" Kyle was like, "Yo, yo, yo!" Like he was fucking shocked, and we're like, "What the fuck is that?" And this motherfucker and our homie Gio, they were like, "I'm not turning around." I'm fucking turning around, bro.
Poor fuck. It's at that time. I don't believe them, but at that point, our homie.
Wait, weren't you there?
I don't believe. I don't believe.
No,
him.
I didn't see shit. But like my homie G was at that time. He was like having his little panic attack because it was when he was smoking weed. So like
Allegedly.
the way we were, yeah, allegedly. You know,
This
smoke.
happened in Phelan?
I don't know. I
Arkansas.
don't remember where it happened, but yeah. But we were talking like this, and then when they were looking, like I could see them staring up, but then like I was talking to him, and then they're like, "Yo, did you fucking see that? Did you guys see
Word.
that? What the fuck did you see?" The fucking
He just told you, bro.
What he just explained, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but that's different from not
All
seeing
right,
it
all right.
and then like saying it's not real.
I don't know.
That's different.
I don't know. I
Thank you.
don't believe that happened.
Were
That's
you
all
just
I'm saying.
taking care of G? Because I know you could have turned around. Like you just didn't want to turn around, or what?
No, you guys, it's like how he said, like you guys stopped mid conversation. So that's the only reason I looked up.
Right.
But you guys are already like this.
But you looked
And
up.
I was like, what the fuck? No, and I was looking at
Well, he had his back towards it. That's
yeah.
why.
So like my homie was like this, and they were right there. And so when they stopped, I was like, what the fuck? But then I was talking to him, and then that's when they were like, oh shit, did you see it? I didn't believe him. And
Word.
we've been through stuff where I can say that we've been through some like stuff that is unexplainable to us, you know. Actually, if you,
you can't
go,
explain
oh
the
shit!
connection.
Sorry,
dude.
wrong podcast, guys. I thought I was on the Dr. Drew one.
This is no longer the Badass Kids show. This is a love connection.
Love connection.
that's for the
let my
OnlyFans guys.
intrusive thoughts win.
OnlyFans.
Hi guys, I'm Tony. I'm 27. I don't get wet when I have sex. How do I fix that?
How do I get my?
What do you mean by
John,
that?
how do you fix that?
Dude, that's a factory default defect, dude. I don't know.
That's always the dilemma, right? Like if you see an alien and you talk about it, you risk the fact of like you sounding crazy.
What about you guys? You guys don't have any
No.
stories, experiences?
Yeah, that's
No?
tough.
Well, remember when we used to live up here, all the, by Edwards Air Force Base out that way,
Yeah.
you'd see all the lights hovering up above there. And there's been stories about Edwards Air Force Base. They used to harbor
Right, and they used to do a lot of
ships,
testing.
and yeah, they would do testing there at Edwards Air
Well,
Force Base.
supposedly they had
COVID testing and stuff?
the Blackbird there at one point.
Yeah.
No, well for us like that fucking the river thing that
Oh,
happened
the
with us.
aqueduct?
Or the aqueduct, sorry, the river. Huh? Yeah, we live by a river, bro. It's fucking fancy.
Well, it's the desert, so
But
not
that-
too much of those.
It's a fucking canal.
It's a
dude. Don't
canal.
worry.
Yeah. That shit is sick, bro. Move up to the desert.
Word.
Like that time that we went through, we went down to go smoke. We're chilling there, bro, and we're sitting on this embankment over the aqueduct. Well, we're like under a bridge, sort of, but on the other side, you start hearing like rocks drop. You know, like somebody's throwing rocks in the water.
Okay.
And at first, we're like, all right, like it's bird shitting, you know, because there's pigeons and shit. And then it starts again, and it starts like somebody has like gravel, and it's just dropping it. I look
Well,
at
it sounds
these
like
two-
somebody's throwing rocks.
Yeah,
in
and
the
then
water.
it pretty much sounded like somebody was dumping buckets. We looked at each other like, "You guys ready to go? Yeah, let's go."
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I believe more of like a paranormal activity sighting shit than I've ever seen aliens. Even at that, like I feel I might suppress seeing alien or paranormal shit.
You suppress a lot.
Dude, I'll suppress it.
I
dude.
believe it.
Checks
Like
out.
I'll see it and I'm just like, Nah, it's probably like, I don't know, wind or an
A
uncle.
weather
that-
balloon?
Have you seen something like that?
Weather
Yeah,
balloon?
what did you see? What made you think that?
Dude,
What experience do you have?
I've seen things. No, I think there's just been times where I've like been at home and there's like, okay, there's one thing where I'm sleeping and I'm waking up and I'm like, fuck, I can't move, and I feel like
Sleep paralysis.
someone's.
Yeah.
But then it's like, is it sleep paralysis? So I don't know, shit like that. One time John fucked me. Not pause. He fucked me.
Fuck? Do you have a gay button on there? Or no?
paused.
No. He
He said it like,
he fucked me because one time we were kids and he was like, yo, I think I see a ghost.
whoa.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I go, where do you think you saw him? He goes, I think I saw him that way. And I ran that way, and I think it was just an excuse to like not hang out with me. Because I came back, I was dude, I didn't see it. I was like, nah, dude, he's around the fucking corner. I was like, all
Motherfucker.
right. I'm about to catch his ass. So yeah. So it's hard, man. It's hard when you get fucking be the beating of the ghost paranormal guy, but I don't know. This guy likes watching the Ghost
Oh,
Adventures.
Ghost Adventures is my favorite show, dude. It's so funny. They're so dramatic. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do
yeah.
you not like it? It's so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences?
Thank God.
Nothing.
God.
Not
Oh,
even.
dude, I love watching it, but I love sleeping with my wife too. So that's
Yeah, yeah.
I always have a friend to sleep with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's sometimes where like I just don't believe it, but then like my girl will like sage the apartment just in case. And I'm
Oh
like
shit, she's one of those.
I'm like, bro, come on. I mean, I don't think it's that serious. Like I think to the point if we ever got hurt, then like sage the motherfucker, but not to the
Burn that
point-
It'd be too late
Motherfucker,
though.
yeah.
Like they already have to do it.
Isn't that like a one-time
Yeah.
thing though? Like,
don't
don't
know.
you just sage it and that's it,
Yeah.
or is that just holy
Yeah,
water?
yeah, but some people do it
Well, either or.
just
Constantly?
just to cleanse it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Just to cleanse it.
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just fucking put salt around my edges of my doors and shit just in
Damn,
case.
that bad?
Calm,
Yeah.
calm down, Supernatural.
Shit,
Fucking
dude.
SpongeBob when he's fucking, you gotta put the salt down.
Dude, I
when
used
you
to watch a lot of
start
Teen Wolf and the salt would just
Oh.
like keep me away and shit.
That makes sense.
Now we know why John fucked you, right?
Dude,
No,
Teen-
so who's the first person you tell? Like, if you see an alien, who's the first person you tell?
I don't know. Maybe my wife. I don't know. I would have to be. I'll probably hit this motherfucker up honestly. Because I
Well, he's the
remember.
one that's gonna be like, I don't
He's gonna
believe
call me
it.
like,
I know.
bullshit. Tell me everything, bro. You got an
Like-
iPhone 14? I didn't see shit.
Well,
I
what'd
don't
you
believe
think?
it.
Because you remember the video Bobby took? My dad took a video, and it was like an apparition. It fucking popped up. It was walking. It was like security
The-
camera footage.
This was at work or at
Oh,
work.
shit, you,
Mhm.
yeah.
And the first thing I did was sent it to these motherfuckers, him and Art. And they were like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's clear. Like, it's an empty parking lot. And all of a sudden, there's a dude walking. And he just walks off
No.
screen.
He
Yeah.
walks like,
Like-
he's going to work.
Yeah,
dude.
And he was
that's-
like see-through.
That's at our work, and I've had experiences there at work.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Has anybody ever died there? Allegedly.
yeah. One or two people have died there.
Fuck.
You think it could be them?
They say it is. I
Was
had.
it like some gruesome ass?
I was
death?
gonna ask, like, is it machinery or was it like an accident?
I think somebody got electrocuted,
Oh, fuck.
shit.
and I think somebody got smashed in one of the machines. Yeah,
Damn.
and we deal with heavy steel.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you
So
do.
Dude,
in my
Yeah, you do.
office, both my incidents have been in my office, and then in the maintenance shop where I work, is I'll see like shadows walk by my racks. And then one day I got there when we still live up here. I got there like at 4 a.m, and I just have this little office, and somebody grabbed my door was closed, but somebody grabbed the door and like jiggled
Shook
it
it.
hard.
Oh, shit.
And then a few months ago, I had a white mist.
What the fuck?
The light was off. My office light was off, and it was lunchtime. So I was sitting in my chair in my office trying to take a nap, and I opened my eyes and I saw this white mist just like above me.
What the
What the
fuck?
Yeah, so I got up real quick. I was like, oh shit, something's burning.
Yeah.
I got
Fire!
up- yeah. I got up quick. I went outside. I looked on top. Nothing. I came back. The mist was gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, see,
What do
But
you
it
do
was-
after that? Do you pray?
I'm
or
not-
something? Or Are you that type of
you
person?
don't. Are you,
No, to be honest with you guys, I'll go head on with anything.
What?
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. See,
I don't. I mean, to be honest with you guys,
Yeah.
I-
I mean, I could say with balls right now, but I mean that instance, I was more worried about if something was burning. I didn't think about
Yeah.
your initial
something-
thought was work.
Yeah, I didn't think
nah.
something supernatural till after. I was like, oh shit, that was something. Not
Something
for
else,
me. Yeah,
yeah.
that was something else.
Because see, that's how I feel about it. Like, cause I'm a huge horror fan, but like I don't have the fear of like the possessions or anything like that. Like I'm comfortable talking about it or look like there's things.
But you know they
that-
come with each other though, right?
What do you mean?
Like paranormal activity and possessions, like they're hand in hand. It's like a train in a train track. It's like it's not separate.
In like how it happens?
No, it's like if you believe in ghosts, then you have to believe in possession.
Oh no, yeah, no. I believe it happens. I don't believe that it happens as easily as people want to make it seem. That's my thing. Like, and so it doesn't scare me. Like, seeing a ghost or something, it shocks me, you know, because I've seen my grandpa, and then we used to live in this fucked up house that had a back house that I've seen a couple like figures just standing. You know? But I was never scared. I was just like, fuck, that's a little fucking weird, huh? That's a little weird that I see this shit right now. But I've never been afraid of it. Like stuff on the internet that people tell you not to look up.
Yeah.
Like, there's what is that motherfucker's name? It's Robert the Doll, I think. At your own discrepancy, look it up. But say like if you look at it, if you look it up and you read his story, that he attaches himself to you.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So when me and my wife heard about it, I was in bed like just reading the story, and it's pretty much like Annabelle. It's a doll that got possessed, and every owner has problems. So then I look at her and I'm like, this motherfucker, like he doesn't even look as scary as Chucky.
Yeah. So
what the fuck are you looking at?
I heard the story of that doll, and they said that the dad gave that doll to his kid, and then the caretakers and his family or his parents would hear his son or the kid talking in the room with an older man, and they would open the door and no one's there.
Oh shit.
And this kid ended up like going to college and shit, and then he ended up coming back, buying the house where his parents lived, and the doll was still there. And then the attic, he created like a small furniture and stuff for the doll, and then he goes up there and has conversations.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
With that Robert the doll.
And the Robert the doll thing is supposed to like it's somewhere where like you're not supposed to like take pictures of it. You're not supposed to like be mean to it or something like that because that curses you or something.
Yeah, like it attaches himself.
Kind of like like when they had Annabelle on Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, they had that?
Yeah. There was a special they did, and they were telling Zach, that you can't touch her because she could get attached to you, and the guy had like gloves on, and he would dose himself in holy
And see
water.
and it's crazy, like to know that the real doll is the Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that makes it more scary.
Yeah.
Or less scary.
Yeah, you wouldn't think something like that.
Yeah.
Because they did great with the doll. Annabelle doll looks
Yeah.
fucking nightmare, bro.
Yeah. That's scary shit right there.
But it's kind of a slippery slope, right? Because if you're mean to it, I mean, if you're nice to it, then you're inviting it in. So like, what's you not
That-
do?
Where's the happy medium there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's kind of like the point, right? Like, if he built furniture after he moved back in, like it shows that he's stuck with it, kind of, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's
that's-
acknowledging it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but that's what they want, is they want you to acknowledge it so
Right.
you can invite them in.
So if you ignore it,
If you ignore it, they're going to try harder and harder to, hey, pay attention to me.
Yeah, it's probably like, hey, I see you back home, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Follow you.
God damn.
About time you
Build me
got
a
old enough
fucking
to
house.
drink.
That's like me with the girls in high school.
I want a sofa.
I think it's all fun and games until like it's the same thing. Like you all have that one buddy who's like, oh, dude, I'll fight a fucking lion. I'll fight a fucking lion.
Till
I
it
don't
comes down to
I don't
it.
give a shit. And then tell me that too. He's like, I ain't fucking a lion. I ain't gonna fight one. I ain't gonna fight one.
Oh, yeah, I thought I was serious.
Yeah.
I draw the line at like raccoons.
Oh shit.
Damn, that's your limit right there.
That's my
Tabby
limit.
cats.
I know,
How many raccoons? Just one or
Just one.
Dude, they got rabies, dude.
Okay. Give your two at least.
They don't
you know?
fuck around.
Do you get rabies,
I'm a little
dude?
older now. I'm not as spry.
Yeah.
When we were in Cabos that you stayed with Ma, that you got sick,
Uh huh.
I called one out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
A
We were-
raccoon or a demon?
No, whatever I saw, because we were out in the front of the house in Cabos, and on the roof, I just saw something like run by after we had talked to you guys. And I went to the backyard, like, fist shake. I was pissed, and I called it out. I called it out.
When
Nothing
was
happened,
this?
but,
Wait, what do you mean
Well,
called
we
it
went
out?
to
What'd you say?
Cabos.
Like, hey.
like,
Where you
like,
from?
come get me. Like,
Oh.
don't fuck with my mom. I'm here. Come
Oh,
here.
I see.
Run that shit.
Because don't they say there's like a house on the corner that's possessed, not or like haunted?
I haven't
It's like
heard
the one
that.
with the
brother.
overgrowth, the one with all the
Yeah,
trees
on
and
the
shit.
corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
heard. I'm gonna have to ask on that one.
Dude, there's like videos I think your dad would show, and it's like the little monitos or the little like
Duendes.
Duendes, dude. What are those? Are they just like a Mexican?
yeah,
They're like
it's
a
like
Mexican
folklore.
They're
Mexican
dwarfs.
gnome.
Dwarfs.
Oh,
But it's like if they're
in Mexico,
there,
in Mexico, they're a big. Was it folklore?
folklore, yeah.
Yeah.
Folklore.
folklore.
In Mexico, it's they're just like the Llorona, like everything else. But
Yeah.
there's videos of them,
Actually running around.
Yeah,
There's
running.
bones that came out saying like there's people that small, right?
Yeah.
Like in England and shit.
I believe it.
I'm not too far
No, it's
off.
real.
I'm
How
not
old
too
are-
far off.
How tall
No,
are
they're
you?
all
Like 5 foot?
they're all like
5'3".
2 feet.
Right.
Oh. Yeah.
Well,
I
what
still
about
hate it.
the giant bones they found too?
Yeah.
The two what?
The giant
giant
bones.
Giant bones, human.
I mean, is it impossible for us to have been that big before?
Nah.
Have you guys ever dealt with like sleep paralysis?
I
Oh,
have.
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Once,
I
yeah.
have this shit all the time.
Yeah.
You still have it?
Not lately, no.
But do
I
you
don't
s-
even think I've had it since I've been with Kiki, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah, I had it once.
She keeps you anchored.
No, I had it once with her. And
Got
it's
that
because
wet dick, dog.
when that happens to me,
Boy got that wet dick.
when that happens to me, I try to get the fuck up. Like once I get sleep paralysis, I'm like, oh shit. Like it's happened enough to where I'm like, I recognize it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I gotta get the fuck up. But if you guys had it, you know you can't move. Like you can't lift shit.
Yeah.
So when I'm trying to lift shit, I make a fucking noise. He's heard it too. I'm like,
That's that wet dick, dog.
How do you decipher between that and
And fucking nutty.
Dude, he was doing that once, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is he checking on?
Should I check on him?
And then like I faced him because I didn't want my ass to be facing him. You know?
oh, they locked eyes?
But yeah, so that like now for me, that's like the cue. Like once I start doing that, I fucking wake myself up.
Yeah.
And even the other night, I think it was like last week, 2 weeks ago, she was like, "You were fucking just screaming in your sleep." I'm like, "Yeah, I had to get up, dude."
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck,
yeah.
bro?
I was dying in that motherfucker.
Like, dog, just leave me alone when that shit happens, bro. But it's happened to me plenty of times,
you
and
think
I've
that's
actually
paranormal?
managed to get up. What?
Is that paranormal?
I don't think it's paranormal. It could be psychological. Like
Yeah.
it's happened to me after watching like Ghost Adventures.
Oh,
like if I go to
shit.
sleep at 3 a.m., I'm fucking having sleep
Yeah.
paralysis sometimes.
well, there you go. Has it happened when you watch something else?
Oh yeah, it's happened like just in general, but a lot of like the ones I do remember that were crazy, it was after like horror shit. But I've had some where it's just like random night. Like I had one, I was laying down, and the way I was laying, my bed was facing the door, so like my right side was facing the door, and I'm laying on my back, and I got sleep paralysis, and I'm like, oh shit. So I try to turn my head, dude. It took me like 30 minutes. I fucking turned it,
Fuck.
and I'm looking at the door, and then I just see a face coming out the door.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I got up. I was like, oh, shit. I fucking confronted that shit. And then I woke up. I was like, damn, dude.
Oh,
Was I about to throw
shit.
hands with a fucking ghost, bro?
Well, what is that? They say like 2, 3, like that's like the witching hour.
Yeah,
And that's when
3 in the
shit
morning.
pops
Yeah,
off.
3 in the
Morning,
morning.
I
morning.
wonder what is that? Why is it?
It's a.
Well,
what do they call it?
what they say is
It's mocking the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
and they say that's when the angels and demons are at war.
That's why I go to sleep at 5.
You're like, I want to see what these motherfuckers are up
And
to.
I believe it's the same. It's the time that Jesus died.
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
mistaken too. But it's
I
like
don't know. Have you guys had like, I don't know if it's just me because I've known about that. Like, I know it's fucking the witching hour and shit. Like, if I wake up 2 a.m., 2:45, I gotta get some water. I'm just kind of like, it's kind of fucking eerie down
Yeah,
here. Like,
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little creepy. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to get my water and fucking run up the stairs again.
Yeah. I remember
I'd
like
love to see that.
yeah, I remember recently like finding out about that. So I like went to get up to get water and I look at the time and it said like 2:30 and I go, witching hour.
shit.
Oh fuck.
Well, you know what they say, the funny thing, I don't know if it's funny, it's fucked up, but they say if you wake up during the witching hour, it's because something was watching
Because
you.
something was watching you sleep.
So if you woke up at like 3:01, it's because a motherfucker was
So
looking at you.
It's not just because I gotta go pee.
Nah, it was looking at you, dude.
What if you're doing the watching?
They probably want to watch you pee. That's probably what
They'll
it
start
is.
watching
Watching him at
you
3
You
o'clock.
know what I mean? Like I watch my wife sometimes. I'm like,
Oh, move. Have you had it?
No, thank God, dude.
Really?
Y'all talking crazy right now, dude.
Holy shit, Tony, you've had it.
Yeah,
you-
I thought
yeah.
you were saying, "Oh, I'll be cool with it," but you're over here running your fucking little chonies, dude, because it's 3:01.
No, hell yeah. But
That doesn't make sense.
no, but it like I think what Monkey was saying is that like you aren't scared, but there's just like fuck. Like, is it true? Is it not? You're just still kind of like in
you
the
start
air about
psyching
it.
yourself.
Yeah, but I'm more like my shit has always been like dreams. Like, why do you have certain dreams? Why do they affect you? And I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but it's like I heard if you have a dream about someone, it's because they're having a dream about you. And I know damn well Kim Kardashian isn't
It's not
dreaming
dreaming
about me.
about you.
She's like, fuck, I got answers.
Liars.
They're
Dude,
fucking-
China does not know me, bro.
She don't know, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it just, I wonder what dreams are about and why you have certain dreams. And then how are you able to have, like, really vivid ones that you remember? And some you're just like,
It's that DMT, dog.
do the DMT and be going off. But, yeah, there's times where I'll take melatonin or I'll take, not so much edibles, but melatonin. And I'll have vivid dreams.
Yeah.
And I could just remember it and I almost feel like I can control it.
Like lucid dreaming.
Have you ever been
Yeah,
able
like
to
loose-
control
Have
that
you
shit?
ever, have you
No.
ever done that? No.
No. Like, I think about, like, having lucid dreams where, like, something's going to happen and I'm like, oh, I need to do this. I need to save this person or I need to do something, and then I'm not able to do it.
Fucking Spider-Man.
God damn, dude.
I know. Have you had those where they like feel real?
Yeah.
Like I've had some like it's like I'm about to get in a car accident
And it's like,
and it wakes me up and you wake up like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Or
Damn.
now, what about deja vu?
Yeah.
Oh, all the time.
I've
Oh
had that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if you guys start talking about horoscopes, dude, I'm out, dude.
Dude, the stars aligning.
What are you,
I'm a
Sagittarius?
Copernicus.
Oh shit. A Copernicus.
Oh no, asparagus. Sorry, are you an
Asparagus?
asparagus?
The
Are you an
stars are
asparagus?
I'm an
retrograde
asparagus,
here.
dude.
Look at that, Aries.
You've never had deja vu, Andrew?
I'm
Like,
sure,
Or like
but
the feeling?
no, like if you've been like you're sitting somewhere
You just feel
and then
familiar.
a motherfucker
no,
passes you a
know-
drink and you're like, oh, I seen
know,
this shit
yeah, I know
before.
what deja vu is, but I don't.
Nah?
Not that not so like, oh, I remember this. No.
Are you a skeptic or something?
I am not.
He's a
Shit
certified
just staying
skeptic.
away from you, dude.
No,
Like,
hey, don't mess
Stay
with my
away,
pussy,
huh?
dog.
I feel it.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I've had dreams where like you were saying, Michael, I'll have a dream. Say it's like I get an ex pregnant and I'm like, fuck, I'm stuck with her.
Word.
Fuck, that's
Fuck.
a
And then I
nightmare,
wake
huh?
up and I'm just like, fuck, that's such a buzzkill. Like, what if that happened?
You look
Way to
over,
ruin my
you look
sleep.
over
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
see
you're
who
like,
you're
What the
with.
fuck are you in there?
Oh shit. Yeah, no, there's some shit that'll ruin my day for the next couple
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Damn, son.
I don't have a lot on the dream part. I go into a pretty deep sleep.
Sleep.
Like I don't remember most of them. When I stop smoking for a bit, I'll have like some vivid dreams where I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to be seeing this shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always heard that dreams are just like your subconscious trying to sort out the shit that happened during the day.
Yeah.
And I kind of believe that one because a lot of times if they're vivid dreams, it's like from something that's happened currently or like a situation that I haven't been able to forget about, you know?
Yeah.
Like something serious that's going on.
Let's go back to the aliens thing. Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
What,
Hold on. If you guys see us looking around, we're actually camping. So it's a little windy.
Oh, Mike, I'm sure they don't notice the trees in
Oh,
the
well, that's
back.
what I'm saying. You know,
real.
Oh,
We
they're
got
not.
leaves and shit.
That's
The
flying.
people
real.
that aren't watching this live.
They're rich
not in a
now.
room?
They're rich now. This is
Green
the set.
screen.
This shit right here, huh? We leveled up.
You ever see like the old Da Vinci picture of like paintings and stuff with
Yeah.
the aliens in the back, or the hieroglyphs with fucking aliens in the back?
Seen the hieroglyphs.
Yeah,
Or like
so-
the pictures of the angels and shit with like a UFO in the background. Or like a little
Yeah.
sphere.
So that's weird if they're thinking about that then, right? Before all the sci-fi stuff came out, obviously. But
That, we've said that before too. Like all the sci-fi movies and everything that's come out. Like there's no way that they're not based off of something that's already currently
Right.
available. You know, like I'm gonna the credit. I'll give credit when credit's due. Like yeah, you write good stories, but some of the shit they think of is like that's too detailed for you to just be like,
Yeah.
oh, I decided that they do this.
well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying the hieroglyphs, like two dudes working is on the freaking wall, and then you see a little like ship in the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I need to get on your guys' algorithm because I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. So you're saying
Really?
there's aliens in the back of a
It's
Yeah.
not, it's
Michelangelo
not
painting?
just like
They're
two fucking
saying-
aliens holding hands, dude.
I've heard,
Yeah.
I've heard too the Ten Commandments.
Uh-huh.
When he was up in the mountains, they were aliens actually giving him
Yeah, that
the
it
Ten
wasn't
Commandments.
God.
It wasn't
the
God.
Aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like there will be some where
those were
it's-
all the lights. You know, the light he saw was the ship or whatever. they
Wow.
were in.
it'll
I
be
mean-
somewhere it's like a picture of a horizon, my bad art. Where it's like a picture of a horizon or whatever, a painting, and in the corner it's like they use silver paint like to make a circle. Like it's a regular picture. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
or the horizon, mountains and shit.
Yeah.
But in the corner it's just a little blob and you're like, what the fuck? That looks like UFO. Like
Yeah.
like it's not the moon or a star. It's like,
Yeah.
it's they deliberately put it there.
Yeah.
I mean, but just to touch on the Ten Commandments, it being aliens, I think that those are like 10 rules that we can live and build a good society around.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
believe
guys
so.
say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, because
Name them.
you have people that believe it was given by God, but
Name 'em.
then you have, you know, other people saying
Yeah, right, right.
it was aliens. I'm not
Right.
saying nothing.
No,
about-
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
arguing that. I'm
No,
just
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
like, I think that whether you believe one or the other, I think it could be, there's validity to both because,
Moral compass.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can try and name all 10. You think
Yeah.
we can name 10?
I can't.
I know one
There
of
was
them.
like thou shalt not kill,
That's the easiest
Don't
one.
steal
Thou shalt not
thou
steal.
shalt not steal, thou shalt now
something, neighbor.
fuck thy neighbor.
Yeah,
Fuck thy neighbor's wife.
Steal,
Thou
steal.
shalt not fuck with nor see Papa. That's one, right?
Shit, dude.
That's
For the
one, right?
hundreds.
Oh, that's crap
That's it.
commandment.
You might, yeah, you're thinking about the wrong command.
Hey, I like that one though. We played that one. It's also a good system there, bro. He has some solid
it's not
rules
wrong.
for you.
You got it from somewhere.
Yeah. Get your bread up, you know.
That's funny.
That's
shit.
crazy. You guys buy in the theory of like the Bible being basically this like ritualistic way to do mushrooms and like psychedelics?
Hell no, I ain't never heard of that shit.
I've never heard of that either.
You gotta explain that.
No, I mean there's
Go
the,
off.
No, no,
What
no.
do you
off.
mean though? Like,
No, there's like there's a I don't know. There's just a lot of like the burning bush one is like it refers to this is just all rituals of how to like.
oh, no, it
have
was like
children
him
and stuff.
on
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Burning bush. You're talking about the Three Amigos, man.
No, it was a singing bush.
Oh yeah, singing bush.
there is one, but I'm not too versed in it, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
That's
couldn't
crazy.
tell you
I've
to defend it.
never heard of that.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like even the burning bush is a perfect one, or Noah's Ark and shit. Like they were just saying the motherfucker was on shrooms.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That yeah, I guess you got to believe it because it's all anecdotal, right? It's people that wrote it off of hearsay, or they were told to write it, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. But then the next dude was not told shit, so he's just like, I don't sound that good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it
do some
sounds
shit to
better like this.
Yeah,
Like I want the Bible according to Anthony because you know there's gonna be some
Right.
gold and gems in that shit.
That'd be
Oh,
true.
dude,
That's
it's
the truth right
it's
there.
the holy
Give me a
matrimony.
commandment, Tony. What's up?
Oh, dude. Thou shalt not, honestly, get wet before sex. That's the moral code. Not even me.
That's
That's
crazy.
not even me.
Yeah, not the guy.
like,
though.
yeah.
I
Get
don't-
the fuck
I'm
out
I'm
of
like,
here, bro.
hey,
I don't
I'll just
condone
put
these
some,
comments.
Yeah, I know
I'll
you
just put
skipped
some.
health class, huh?
I'll put some spit on it. Hey, we're good. We'll get it in there.
That's at our Rancho health class. Right?
Dude, that's that.
Oh, you got the fucking South Ranchito health class, dude. That's what it was, dude.
No, but the Bible's interesting because I remember the story of Job, and that one's interesting because I guess it's a story where God and the devil are talking. And they're like, "Hey, you think that your followers really love you? Test them." I'm like, all right, bet. Watch, check this out. So then he goes and has this farmer, and the farmer he ends up killing all of his like cattle and his animals. He's like, no, but I still love God, thank God. Then he kills his family, and it just goes on to like he just takes everything from him, and he's still devoted to God. But then I'm like, in my head, like that's fun. One, that's so fucked up. But then two, it's like if you don't like someone, how are you going to be able to talk to him? Like, if he's the devil, how am I going to be like, hey, so you think I don't like my followers? Like, you don't think my followers are legit? Okay, watch. Like,
Watch me fuck this guy's
watch
life
me fuck
up.
this
real
guy.
quick.
Like, if I wasn't cool, with the devil, I'd be like, dude, I'd never talk to that guy ever in my life again. Like, how are you still having conversations with the guy?
But they've got like that beef, right? It's like that beef. It's like, oh, you can't do this, so
Yeah.
he's proving him wrong. It's
Yeah,
beef. It's
yeah.
a friendly battle.
But I also think that's stories just to show everybody else that's reading the Bible, like, hey, this guy went through all this and still believed.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
You know
the
what?
whole
I'm
point.
gonna give you
Y'all
credit,
are not going
Guys.
through this,
Anthony, because you nailed that pretty good. You didn't like do what you usually do and make something up to try and get to the end point.
Dude.
That was pretty spot on.
Dude, that's the
fucking
only
weird.
thing I remember when I went to a Christian church, and I was like, wow, this
Heavy.
is pretty fire. No pun intended.
This is pretty
This
fire.
fire.
That's a heavy one. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. And then that was pretty much it. And then they're like, anyone want to come up? And I'm like, nah, sit down. Because I see motherfuckers and they're like, they go up there and then they're crying, and I'm like, dude, that's powerful. Like I'm not there yet. I wouldn't be able to cry, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how like that hope and everything that comes with a religion, like the faith and all that, it brings you to that place of like, it doesn't matter if my life is fucked up as long as I got God.
Now it is pretty wild. Like I've been to church with Kiki, and it'll be like the back end. It'll be about to finish, and the pastor's just like, "Hey, someone want to come up and share their testimony?" And some woman came up and she was like, "Yeah, I used to be in L.A. in the streets doing crack." Like
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!" And she's like, "I found Jesus,
Yeah.
and I've been better ever since." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, that's powerful shit."
Yeah.
Like to be able to turn your shit around. Just, I mean, whatever experience happens, or someone was just nice enough to be like, "Hey, you want to come to church?" And all of a sudden, you're not a crack whore.
No, that's
That's the
raw.
truth.
That's raw.
It's the
Canceled.
truth, dude.
Done, son. Done.
Bleep me, bro. Fucking bleep me.
Have you guys looked into going into space? Like how they have like the trips up there now with Virgin Airlines?
It's out of my
No.
financial level.
Yeah.
No, what'd you do?
No,
Okay.
hypothetically,
I'm gonna wait for, like,
yeah.
the 25th
What'd you
one,
do?
dude.
To be
wouldn't
honest,
do it.
I don't like flights over 6 hours, dude. So
Yeah.
that's a no. for
That's
me.
too long.
Speed it
That's
up.
too long.
Dude, wait till you find out about the light speed. It's just quick.
Nah, I don't trust that shit.
No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. More and more, I'm kind of like the whole moon stuff. It's like when it was us against Russia trying to get to the moon, who get there first. And now I'm like, fuck, did we even go?
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
mean, check
Think
it
the
out.
Earth is
though.
flat?
How did
No.
we go in the 1969?
Yeah, we
How
haven't
did we
gone.
go? And
We
then
haven't
we
gone.
stopped going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just launched a rocket, and they're like, we hope it makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like-
it's all
what the fuck?
bullshit. It's all
Yeah.
Well,
bullshit.
actually,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
actually not
Backwards.
really.
Yeah.
No, that's not really a conspiracy per se. That's more after the space race. Everyone was just like, "Hey, man, why the fuck are we giving NASA money, bro?"
Yeah.
Like they gutted their shit. Like if you go back and see, like they were making shit after the space race. Like they got to the moon, and once they hit the moon, they were like, "All right, we're done.
We're
like
done,
we got to
yeah.
pay for taxes and shit. Like whatever the
Wow.
fuck."
Yeah, but
they
why?
just-
Why are they hoping to get there? Like
Yeah.
they're hoping
Yeah,
that it
when-
doesn't blow up. That's
when you
what I
have
don't
all
get.
this technology, smartphones that could do anything, and now we're hoping for a rocket to make it to
Yeah,
the moon?
to do something that we
Yeah.
did 50 years ago. Like that's
Yeah,
I
but
don't
No,
know.
but that's the
microchip
thing.
and
It's
combustion
like
engines are
you can't
different.
fuck up. Yeah, it's like you have one shot. It's
An
not like you're
opportunity.
fucking gassing up a car and going to Victorville. Like you're going to space, bro. You have to
Wait,
prepare for
who-
years.
okay,
yeah, but
who would do
we
that,
did it in
though?
the 1960s without
Yeah.
the
'Cause they're not
technology
being
we have
paid.
now.
Yeah, you've
The
done it.
only reason that happened is because JFK said we're beating them, and once that happened, that's when they were like, "Oh shit, we got attention.
Yeah.
Let's get money."
Once they popped his top
No,
off,
the
that
only
was
people
it.
doing it now is SpaceX because he's independent. That's his money. He's not getting. If he's getting grants, sure,
I
but that
mean-
started
But, all right,
as
let me
There's
ask you a
other
question. Let me ask you a
private
question.
companies doing it too, though.
All right, let me ask you a question.
There's-
How many times you took a piss in your restroom?
In which one?
In your restroom?
In my at home?
in your restroom, dude.
A day?
Yeah. No, how many in general? More than 100 for sure, right?
Yeah.
More than 100. How many times have you not hit the toilet rim?
What do you mean?
Like you've not sprayed
Oh.
out the toilet?
Oh, not sprayed out the toilet.
Maybe like 100, right? Over 100.
In my life?
Yeah, for sure, over
Yeah,
100.
okay,
Yeah. How many
sure.
times have you hit the toilet bowl and around and kind of?
I feel like you're gonna say more than 100.
probably more than 100, right? So to answer your question, they done it once. You pissed in the toilet and not drop anywhere else. But sometimes you miss, dog. that's why it's.
That's a lot
There's
of
no
misses.
way that you would spend all that money and then just abandon it.
But what
Because-
about the Challenger? All the ships that get fucked up. Like none of this. They didn't just send it up like it's perfect. Like they were fucking crossing their fingers. And because it fucking blew up, they were like, "Oh shit, we got to go back to step one." Like just because it makes it doesn't mean we're good at making
I think
it, bro.
SpaceX blew up
We
like 3
fucked up
rockets
more times
in the
than
last
we've
like
made
5
it.
years.
I don't know.
We
I'm
fucked
gonna
up
I'm gonna
way
agree to
more times.
disagree.
Oh,
I'm gonna
all right.
disagree. I don't
Yeah.
know.
'Cause
Doesn't add up to me.
Nah, me either.
Because I generally, on a good day, my IQ is like maybe at 20. So I'm having a hard time believing
Isn't
that
that kinda
a
high?
rocket can make it to the moon and then be like, all right, now it's time to go back into space. Because the whole fucking gravity in the atmosphere, that's the one I'm like, how are you? Okay, it's one thing if you get it there. How the fuck do you get it back?
The
Well,
gravity,
let's look at the
atmosphere.
lunar landers and shit. They send those out with the point of not getting them back.
Yeah.
Like some of them just turn off after 40 years. Like that's the thing. It's 25% chance you're gonna get shit back.
What a waste.
It's a waste, 100% for sure.
Why don't
got
we
a
just
lot
send
of-
trash out
There's
into space?
a lot of shit that's
Hey, you know how
space
many,
trash
you know how
now.
many like satellites just die
Yeah.
up there?
Dude.
Just float?
Well, like the
That's
Black
insane.
Knight, right? The one that still to this day can't.
Well,
fucking
that
pinpoint,
one was
right?
here before we ever sent one up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who, I'd take the trip. I'd take it.
Yeah.
I would
I
have
just-
to see outside of this. I want to see what's past this.
There just has to be some.
Go to New York one time first.
Fuck.
Figure that out.
There's a lot closer
Well,
places.
what about, because I don't know if it was SpaceX or someone, you might know about this shit, Art, but someone's planning a fucking space elevator. Like where it just takes you
Oh,
up.
but to the
Yeah, it
I
takes you
would
like to
not
the
do
edge of
that.
space.
Dude, it can get crushed though, right?
Fuck no,
Yeah,
man.
the pressure and stuff.
Dude, you could barely build that fucking Six Flags Superman.
Word,
Yeah,
it's like
without-
that. It just goes up,
You
and they
know?
say it's like a fucking 45-minute, an hour trip,
Oh,
and you
that's
just go fucking straight up.
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta wait for
What
like
do you guys think about
25th.
the Saudi
yeah,
wall
who's gonna
though?
be building
Oh, the
this
mile?
shit? Because
The Mile Wall, the Mile City.
The Mile City.
What's that?
That shit's crazy.
What is
The
that?
contained one, right?
Oh, the line.
The-
Yeah.
they're doing
It's
online.
a line in Saudi Arabia way. It's just,
Oh, the line, yeah.
No,
yeah,
it's like
with the
hundreds of
glass.
miles, right?
No, yeah. It's
They,
like a
they
fucking,
build a wall and it's celebrated.
Yeah.
different.
That wasn't for the Mongols, dude.
I think that shit's pretty cool. I would like to see how
Yeah, but
it works.
Have you heard about it, Tony?
No.
It's like a contained city, basically. Like the wall has apartments, shops. It's so they don't have
Everything.
to fucking go outside.
So it's all
And it's
one
all
line. It's not
renewable
spread out.
energy.
It's in,
So
like, the
all
middle
one
of the
line,
desert,
and
dude.
it go up.
All that money.
So you need to go
So,
to
like,
the
the
store,
bottom
just
is like
go
a
all the way
mall.
down and come
Wow.
back.
yeah,
ride
the
fuck
bottom is
back.
like a mall, and then the rest is just like apartments. It's like a high rise.
So you never have to leave. They're supposed like supposedly there's one in West Hollywood where they're doing it's like an apartment complex, but they're doing like shops and stuff, but they go down. They're going down,
Oh shit.
and it's supposed to be like 30 stories down.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And it's like on a corner of some street.
It's
Yeah.
kind of scary, no?
That's hella scary.
Earthquake.
And like the thing says, oh, you never have to leave your house or you never have to leave your
Yeah, that's
complex.
wild.
I like that.
I'm like, dude.
Well,
until they fucking force you to stay home.
those are popping up a lot. Like Disney just bought a bunch of land in Palm Springs. They're gonna build their own city.
Oh, that's right.
So-
the housing things that they put out.
So like, I mean, that's becoming more prominent. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
The gays love Disney.
true.
That brings up that you guys ever see that video of Disney where the I guess it was a cast member, he got into some back rooms that nobody ever knew about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And people from there were even like, well, how'd you get back in here? Who are you? You know?
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Isn't it supposed to be like actual kids working there and shit?
Wait. Go
Yeah,
on.
There's like a secret club that you have to pay for to get in, and then there's a level above that, which is what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Like
it was
Epstein's?
workers there, but they somehow got into these secret rooms, back
it's like
rooms.
it's like back rooms. Yeah.
And any annual pass member can get
No,
it?
No, the workers.
There's like there's the club. There's the club 33, which you
Yeah.
pay like
30 grand, right?
yeah, fuck it, a whole lot for just the
Or you need to know someone to get
pass.
in.
Yeah, and then there's one above that. That's what they're talking.
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And they say that like all the billionaires, like they
Yeah,
hang out there
They're up there.
with children.
Damn.
That's wild.
I heard
Yeah,
the
why go
33 is just like bars though. It's just like a couple bars. You just chill and hang out.
Yeah, I mean you get
He's a
like
member, dude.
Yeah. Word.
Are you a
I feel
Freemason,
like
Andrew?
That's
What
what
the
a
fuck?
member wants us to fucking believe, bro. Now it's just a gentleman's club, dude. Like,
hey, fucking invite us, bro. I'll fucking sign up.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm good.
And everyone's over 18. Or they're about to be.
No, yeah, and
Wink,
it's just like discounts, early merch, and shit like that for the Club 33, and nobody bothers you and shit, you know.
Right,
but,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, just keep it low. Keep it
So
low.
I've heard. So
Just,
I've heard.
So did Epstein kill himself?
I don't think so, man.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's dead.
I don't.
Oh,
he's
you don't
dead
think he's
either.
dead?
Yeah.
You
Like,
believe
you know what
believe that video in like
He's on
Middle
the
East?
island right now.
Fuck it.
He probably is.
You see those guys break into his island though, and they go to his house.
No.
And it's like
It's on
it's like
YouTube?
it's like a square, right? It's like a blue square.
Yeah, like
And they said it reflects what Oprah's house looks like in Hawaii.
and the background to
Oh,
Ellen
shit.
DeGeneres' show too.
Really?
Matches. Yeah,
Damn.
I
that-
believe that. Ellen's suspect
yeah,
as
Ellen's a
fuck.
fucking
Hey, that's the new
whack-ass hoe,
all-seeing
dude.
eye right there.
Oh, she's suspect as shit.
That's fucking.
They just showed like the inside had just like a one room. It
Oh,
looks
I
like-
just saw the outside, and then the security came.
But what?
Those two boys.
What about like? I'm jumping here, but just because I remembered is the Maui fires. Did you guys hear all the conspiracies around that?
There's been a lot of conspiracies on
That they
that.
shut
that-
down the
that
street.
the UN
that a satellite did that,
Yeah.
started the fire because supposedly the fire goes like in a straight line.
That did you hear that that laser that the U.S. military has can't burn blue, so everything that was blue didn't burn?
Yeah, I heard
shit.
about that.
Yeah.
A lot of people tied that to what the United Nations.
They were talking about Oprah. They were saying Oprah bought up a bunch of land out there.
Yeah, a lot of people did. There
Well,
was, there was a
well,
bunch of
Mark
shit like
Zuckerberg
that.
was trying to buy more.
yeah.
No, they're saying
And a lot of
the
people were
government's
mad.
buying
Yeah.
a bunch of land right now, right?
Yeah, they were mad at Oprah and The Rock when they came out and fucking asked
Yeah.
for money. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? You give some money.
Yeah.
I don't live there, bro.
Yeah, I need money.
Yeah. Fuck, we need money
Well,
here.
it's like anything when you know these famous people ask for money, and it's like
The telethons and shit.
you have the money.
Yeah.
You know, you're asking people who can barely, especially here in California, barely live in California, and you're asking them for
hell?
money. You know, you want them to help. I mean, I
I'll send a few bucks.
understand. I understand
Yeah.
people need the help, but you guys are the ones with money.
Yeah.
And
Fuck, I
the,
mean,
the thing
ship a
about that,
joint or
the
something,
thing
huh?
I've always seen as like bullshit, where it can be like The Rock or like Brad Pitt, like, hey guys, we're almost there at $25,000.
Yeah.
Like I know
Yeah.
you fucking could have just
Yeah.
gave them the fucking
Yeah.
25, bro.
Yeah.
That's like pocket change. To
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
we're
almost
at
there.
$11,000.
I'm
Like,
not.
shit.
If you care that much,
Yeah, and especially back when he was in wrestling, the wrestling days. I mean, I'm a Rock fan, but it's like, we see him giving away houses to people and cars to people. So it's like, you have the money. Why are you asking other people? I mean, you can get all your celebrity friends to just
Yeah.
donate everything. And
Take into consideration how much the U.S. government gave to those people, $700 each, and I think it came out to like 3 or 4 or 5 million,
I believe
something
so,
like
yeah.
that. I mean, The Rock and Oprah, I'm sure they can come up with that amount.
Yeah.
well, fucking Oprah
Double
alone,
it,
bro,
bro.
gave away more in her show. You know,
Yeah.
like it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but then when they got to live off of 20 million now instead of 40, it's a different. It's a different.
It's a little
concept.
tough,
It's a
huh?
little
It's a little
tough.
fucking
You-
Bro, that's rough.
Let's
Fuck
see.
you guys, you
That's hard.
fucking bastards, bro.
Hey, these actors and actresses on strike. That's sad, dude.
Dude,
The
wait,
writers'
wait, so
strike.
why
Writers'
are they on
strike.
strike? Because something about AI?
Yeah, that's one
That's
of
their
the things.
excuse.
Allen Iverson.
They're pretty much like worried that AI is gonna be like taking actors' faces. So once you audition, they have your face for the next 300 movies.
Bro, they could have my face.
Yeah.
Just come here residual, bro, and you
Dude.
can have it.
But it's like you're not getting royalties or anything for that. Like they're
Really?
they're just using your face one time and that's it. You get paid the $50 for showing up that day.
Wow.
And they just have your shit for the rest,
$50
rest of the time.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what OnlyFans is for.
Yeah.
Word.
Fuck, could do it through there.
Right
Yeah.
before they snap my picture, I'm gonna jump up and show my dick, bro.
Yeah.
Keep that for 300 fucking. Give
Yeah,
me my,
so it's that,
Give
and
me
then
my
they just-
fucking money.
They're like worried AI is going to be writing the script, so there's not going to be any writers needed anymore.
I
So they
see.
want to make rules to where like you can only use AI for a certain thing, or like you can't do it to take our jobs.
Yeah.
Type shit.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and they want raises, like the typical shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The typical shit.
Maybe they should just pay like the top writers and have them teach the AI how to do it, and they get
They get all that.
Yeah, because I feel like you
Because-
have
I
to
mean-
integrate. Like you can't just not do it.
Yeah, you can't
No,
not
but
do it.
I heard
'cause
that the
somebody
part
won't.
is that in part of the contract is that, like, for example, like you're an extra, right? So like let's say you're an
Yeah,
extra.
because you wouldn't be a main part.
Let's just say you're an extra, right? That part of the contract so that you sign away the rights for your likeness, so they don't have to pay you again for the next movie. They just duplicate you to put you in the
Yes.
background.
Fucking,
Yeah.
damn, I never did that shit. Oh, you did it.
Yeah, and you can't do shit about it.
Then I
Basically.
can. Well, I can. It's just
Then don't take the part.
Yeah.
Can.
I mean, I'm just saying.
somebody's gonna pay me.
There's
Yeah.
no good content on YouTube, bro. I'd be
Quarterback.
fucking refreshing. There ain't shit on there.
I'm
No
gonna get
more.
mine. Yeah, no, the one that interests me is like the people that go out and they like venture off into places like abandoned places or places that you're not supposed to be. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like there's so much, like what gets me is when they build these big ass like Olympic centers for the games and all this, and then they abandon it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, like what's
Like
the
in
one?
Singapore or some shit. Like
Yeah.
I
random
think
one.
Beijing too. No.
Yeah, and then it's just done. It's like fuck. Like you wouldn't want to update that just to keep
Yeah.
it so the next time you have it there.
Because you got to pay employees. They make more money just off tourists for the Olympic Games.
Yeah,
Pretty much. So they can just afford to be able to fucking tear it down.
You going to
and
fucking Beijing after that, dude?
yeah. I don't know about all that. Or like Brazil when they were cleaning up the streets and they're like there were people sleeping on the streets
wasn't
and they
it
just
like
fucking
the president? Someone was visiting, so they cleaned up like a block.
Yeah.
And after
Yeah.
that, they just let the homeless move back in.
yeah.
And they covered the side of the freeways too, so you couldn't see. Yeah.
And they did that for the Queen too, or was it when Philip got crowned?
Uh-huh.
Someone got there's normally there's like a bunch of homeless outside of the castle in Britain, but when he got crowned, they were like, you guys gotta get the
Gotta
fuck
get the
like
fuck
a block
outta
away.
here.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
big
go
day.
down the block for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even know, they might have like paid him off too. Like they did some shit, but they got him the fuck out of there because they were in the shot.
Yeah.
$20 you could kick rocks.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Hey, we don't say shit all the time, bro. You better get the fuck up right now.
Just this one time.
Just this one time.
Have you guys ever heard of the toxoplasmosis from Brazil? I guess there's so much cats there that they pee on everything, and then I guess that's why they don't let you have cat litter when you're pregnant because the toxoplasmosis can get into your body. But they say that it happens so common that it's in the drinking water and it's like on the food that you eat that
Fuck.
Brazilians are naturally aggressive and have more testosterone and just aggressive because of the toxoplasmosis.
That's why they got all the off-duty cops and shit.
This. And they're a lot more hypersexual. Like they have a lot of sex.
I believe it. Brazilian butt lift. That shit started
dude,
there, dude.
That's where it's at, dude. The fucking BBLs, you shoot them up. But yeah, that's what I think is so crazy. And I'm like, it's not a bad thing, you know? Like, dude,
You know?
I'll let
It's
a
more
fucking
like
cat
an
piss.
experiment, though. Like, you know, maybe they release the cats to piss everywhere.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
see what it
the
would
effects
happen.
after 40
And
years.
they're like, damn, they piss a lot and they fuck a lot.
Yeah.
They're so aggressive.
They fuck a lot. God damn. Yeah, I mean, I know Drew knows a lot about like the Charles Manson fucking. Because like, didn't they do like the CIA like dose him with acid and?
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
No,
know?
that
that's a-
came
that's a
out.
deep
That's
one.
in CIA papers, right?
Yeah.
They did it when he was in jail.
There's a good book called Chaos by not Tom O'Neill. Something. Yeah, I think it's Tom O'Neill. So good, dude. It goes back to like how MK Ultra, Charles Manson was part of it when he lived in San Francisco. Then he came over here, and then he did all that shit. And then it's so good. It's so deep, dude.
Yeah.
It's so deep to get into all that.
Yeah, he had like a CIA handler and all that, right? At
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Would you guys ever go to the ranch?
Spawn Ranch.
Bunny Ranch?
The bunny ranch.
Bunny Ranch?
Wrong
I thought we
ranch.
were going.
Wrong ranch.
Babe, I would never go there.
Oh wait. Speaking
Me
of
either.
the
I don't
bunny
even know
ranch,
what that is. They like seriously bunnies, right?
no. So speaking of the bunny ranch, and then going to Ghost Adventures too. So Zach Raggins is the name of the lead investigator. You know that guy has the bed of Lamar Odom when he like OD'd
Oh,
at his
shit.
museum.
See that?
Is it haunted?
Oh, I thought he slept on it. I was like,
No,
what
no,
the fuck?
He
It all
has
connects.
it like in his museum.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but he's not. But he's not
Why
dead.
would you want a bed from a fucking brothel?
He was
Where
being
somebody
possessed,
almost
dude.
died,
Yeah.
bro.
No, he did die.
Maybe
and
he
then
did die.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they
Back
brought
to
him
life.
back,
Did.
dude.
That's
Maybe
probably where he stayed
That's why
then.
he wants it because it's like
I
a
get
deathbed.
it, but
That's where his spirit is, dude.
Nah, that's fucking weird.
dog, just go to a hotel room. You get the same thing. Fluids and ODing on there too.
Have you ever heard the conspiracies of like Kanye having a double, like that Kanye died, or like even like Paul McCartney
Oh, really?
dying,
Paul
and
McCartney.
then he
I
had
heard one on Eminem too.
Eminem.
Or who's
They
the
just like their facial structure is different.
Right.
chick that sings Skater Boy? What's her
Avril
name?
Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne,
She was
yeah.
one too that I saw.
Avril?
That she
I think
died
it's more
a while
crazy she was
ago.
dating Tyga, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Man.
I guess.
How fucking high was I? Where the fuck did this happen?
Isn't
Fuck did
Britney
I have
Spears
actually?
just fucking weird though?
Dude,
She's
Britney
off-
Spears,
she's
on-
she's
her
going
too.
off the
Yeah.
deep end, man.
She's
Her,
been
her
on-
clone is acting the fuck
Word,
up right
dude.
now, bro.
Because I thought with the whole conservatorship, they were like supposed to free her, and then
I
now it
know.
just seems like she's even more crazier. Than
I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
what happens
I
when
feel
they
like
free
maybe
her,
that's
right?
why
Yeah.
she had the conservative.
Yeah.
Actually,
You're
you're starting to
if she
see
was
why.
someone's aunt though, and just doing that shit online, you'd be like, "Oh, my crazy aunt, dog."
Yeah.
You wouldn't be-
Nah, that'd be on like
I
the
got a
Twitter
few-
pages
I
and
don't
shit,
know.
dude.
I got a few of them.
That's intense right there. We'd have to sit down like, hey,
That ain't my
what
aunt,
the fuck
dude.
are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, they live in Hesperia. So.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
trends, right?
Yeah, they fucking. That's wild. I see her videos like every once in a while, and I'm like, dude, like that's someone's mom, and she's going off trying to like hold her fucking nipples, covering them, and I'm like, damn, maybe she should. Maybe the dad
Is that your
should.
problem, Tony?
I'm trying
Show
to.
more, son.
You guys talk about censorship, but you know, like you're free the conservatorship. I'm trying to see nipples, you know, like keep it. Oh, sorry, we're talking about nipples.
You're a fool.
But yeah, that shit's wild. I'm like, damn, maybe they should keep her on the conservatorship.
I think so. I mean,
I just think she's too far gone, regardless of where she's
like
at.
I want to, cause she was like, it's been how many years, this or that. Like I want my freedom,
Yeah,
and then she loses. She gets out of it, and she just spinning in circles, making TikToks.
yeah.
Like, what
They
does she
should have seen
want?
this coming. You know,
That's
she
what I
said
wanna
that
know.
she was toxic. So
Bad
This
joke.
this motherfucker.
Not all good, right?
yeah,
But I just think, you know, she's been out of like using social media herself for so long. It's the same thing when you give a fucking social media like an 11-year-old. They just put random shit. And the thing is, she's 40 or whatever it is.
And she was
Someone's
probably
50.
like
Oh, yeah,
someone
but
else.
she's
was
older
doing
than
that
So
she
it's
shit
is.
like-
with her.
Don't put that on us.
Oh, how old is she? She's like 40.
I think she's a little older than that.
I think so.
Nah, she's a little older, no?
She might be a little older, but maybe
Mid-40s?
too. It's
Maybe
that.
late 40s?
Yeah,
Maybe,
no, I think like
but maybe too.
40s.
It's like you're saying. You know, when you give a teenager or something TikTok, Instagram, they're doing all these videos. Maybe that's what she's
She's doing that
still
as an
stuck-
adult woman.
Yeah, she's still stuck at that age.
I want to
She's-
see her do
she's
some challenges.
yeah.
Word.
Do something for the ACL. And
The
shit.
ACL, yeah, the ice bucket challenge.
Tight part.
Damn, son.
Yeah, but no, she was fucking banging back in the day.
Well,
Dude, I remember seeing it on MTV, and I'm like,
She was a child, dog. She was 17.
So
I
was
was
he,
a
dude. He
child.
was like yeah.
dude, fucking going off. But no, yeah, that's shit's crazy. But okay, so when you talk about Kanye West, then at what point do you think he died, or that they cloned him? And
I mean,
replaced
maybe
him?
when they took him into the insane asylum or whatever. The
Oh,
fuck
so they're
that-
pretty
Oh, no, you
recent.
hear about his trainer, though?
No.
So his trainer, he has ties of like, I think it's like Israeli special forces or something like that. And that's why Kanye was like, oh, my trainer sent me a message saying like, if you don't shape up, I'm going to make everybody think that you're like crazy. You have to look it up. I'm butchering the shit out of it.
Shit.
But his trainer, his fitness trainer was doing that. And he has like ties in like some special forces at the CIA.
like physical, like training trainer.
Yeah, like his
Okay.
personal trainer.
Okay.
And but that guy also has ties with like the CIA and stuff. So that's why when he got put into the what is it like the
Was it like rehab or some shit?
what is it called, the 86 whatever, it's like 4 days in the psych ward.
Yeah,
So
okay.
this is because of his trainer, because he was popping off.
Damn.
Yeah, you look at
So this is when he was going off on like the Jew shit.
I think it was before that when
Before
he went
that?
into we went.
Oh
Damn,
no,
I
'cause
wish
he
we had
didn't go
fucking
into the
reception
mental
here, man.
asylum when he did that. It was
Mm-mm.
before.
No.
It was
It was when he was
before
doing
that.
all his pills and shit, right? Like around the time he was fucking with Trump, right?
He was getting
When
off the pills.
He was getting off the pills.
Yeah. That's nuts, dude.
That's crazy.
Fire album though. Come off those pills. Fire.
Oh yeah, Jesus King is fire, dude. I ain't Christian, but that's a good album, dog.
Going back to the murder thing though, isn't it like a? Is it true that you can use that you sleepwalk as a excuse if you kill someone? Like
I
you
believe
can
so.
you
People
can
have gotten
use it.
away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can.
use it in
You just
court.
gotta prove it.
It just got to prove it. Yeah.
You can use any excuse. You just gotta have a lawyer that can do it.
Like
for you.
yeah, you can't.
I'm gonna start texting you, hey bro, I've been sleepwalking lately, dude.
Talking like crazy.
Hey, we're gonna scratch this part. Scratch this part. Erase the last 20 seconds.
I
off
don't
the
think
podcast, right?
I don't.
Dude. Well,
You're gonna be sleepwalking forever after that.
Y'all sharing a tent, so
who's the guy from King of Queens? Kevin
James?
Kevin James. I guess there's like they talk about how he sleepwalks and shit. Or no, either he sleepwalks or he takes the pills that make you go to bed. What are they called?
Sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills and shit. But I was looking for the actual name of them, what they were called, like Ambien or something. Yeah, Ambien. And so he'll make a full on he'll put shit like pillows in the oven and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that on
yeah.
Step Brothers.
That's
Too.
Step Brothers, bro.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
Yeah,
People do that.
Yeah,
Then-
yeah.
then
Like
he
people,
wanted
that or-
will be fucking sleepwalking and they'll be washing dishes and shit.
Yeah, or he'll make like a meal, and he was like, "Dude, someone broke into my house yesterday," and then he was like, "Oh fuck, wait, I think I made a meal last night."
Yeah.
That's what.
damn.
My
Imagine
wife,
how
my wife's listening. That's what happens at midnight when there's. It's not me.
someone went into
Someone
the
has
No, but
cupboard.
you
again.
you can't fight it in court. It's just if there's no premeditation to what you did, then you're fine. But if there's like,
Yeah, you can't know. the person.
they fought like 2 days before,
Yeah.
like, or
Something
even a
went-
week.
Something went down.
You
So
know?
you got to pick a random person.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
so fucking
Not
random.
random.
Text you guys. Dude, I don't know what should I do to fix this?
Yeah, don't text us.
Go
though.
to sleep.
That's accessory, man.
He's a good guy.
Well, people have used the demonic possession before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Everything.
feel like that's a valid one. You should still go to jail though.
I think to an extent.
That's hard, dude.
If they don't charge you with like actual murder, then they should be manslaughter at least, because you still did the physical act of murdering
I
someone.
mean, you should still go to jail. That's what I said. I mean,
How do you guys feel about like skinwalkers though? Because those things,
Skinwalkers are pretty dope.
yeah, they'll kill people though.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
What are
Skinwalkers?
It's a Native American myth, and it's pretty much like the motherfucker took the skin of coyote. So when you hear a coyote screaming, you're like, "Oh shit, what's wrong with this thing?" And then it just fucking kills you and takes your skin and shit.
It's like a hurt animal or something.
Yeah,
or
and
an
it
animal.
like basically like lures you in,
Yeah.
and then it's actually like a fucking monster, whatever the fuck they
Yeah.
look like.
It's tall, skinny.
Yeah, they're
fucking-
like
There's
you know
been-
like bald alien and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like
You guys are-
angly and shit.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen the video of the guy's horseback riding down a road?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's on the road, he's just chilling, he's talking, then all you hear is, "Hey you," in the background. The horse like stops, and the
Dude,
horse
the horse
just takes
starts
off.
fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
Dude. The horse is like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, he's
like
by,
jumping
he's
around.
by himself, right?
It's hit,
Yeah.
it's hitting the horse. Yeah.
And it's like off
Oh.
like you picture walking like where the fucking side road and fucking feeling, and it's like off in the bushes, like 10 feet away.
Hey, you.
It's just hey you. Hey, you.
And so is he still on the horse or the horse?
No,
horse
he's on the
left
horse.
him?
He's on the horse.
Yeah, he's on the
And
horse.
him
But
and the
like
horse
the
just
horse
take off.
fucking stops. Like it's walking normal, and all of a sudden it doesn't want to take a step.
It turns like its ears. You
Yeah,
can
it's like
turn-
scared.
Oh fuck.
Dude, I want to see these videos. You guys got fucking good videos and shit,
There's
dude.
been ones of like goats too going up to people's doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's even been some. I saw one. The goat was walking on its two
On its
legs,
hind legs,
going in on its hind legs, going into like the chicken coop, and the chicken was following it.
Dude, I saw one. It was a lady, and she was in like L.A. or some shit, and she had like one of those ugly little white dogs, and the fucking dog was like looking around a bit. And I guess she had started the video like when this was already going on, but she was like, "Hey, like something took over my fucking dog, right?" And she's hiding in the room.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
She's hiding
yeah,
in the
yeah,
room, and
yeah.
the dog is standing there like, "Let me in" and shit.
Yeah.
And she like films it, and she's like, "Sit," and it sits, and she's like, "My dog doesn't know how to
Yeah,
fucking sit.
yeah.
That's not my
Oh,
dog." She closed the fucking door.
That video is fucking nuts, bro. I've seen that shit. Yeah, she's
But
like,
she was like, she did like three
No,
things. She was
yeah.
like, turn around, like
roll
roll
over,
over,
sit
sit.
there,
My
lay.
dog doesn't fucking know.
he's like, my dog doesn't know any tricks.
What the
I'd have been like,
fuck?
Yeah. What do you do? Kill a dog? That's so sad.
I don't know.
no.
I don't know, dude.
I think you just gotta wait till the morning at least. Put
Word.
that bitch in the sun and see it with Burton's. There you go.
I don't think that's how that worked.
I don't know, man.
I have seen those. Are the ones knocking on the door?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of Native Americans have it to where I guess if you hear somebody call your name, That it's like their version of the skinwalker.
Yeah.
That they're trying to
shit.
get you outside your house so that way they can go in.
Oh, but there's been like a few where it's like someone will be like in the living room,
Mhm.
and then the mom will be upstairs, and they'll hear the mom call like from upstairs, and they're like, "Oh shit, like I can't get there right now." And the mom's just like downstairs chilling. She's like, "Nah, I never fucking called you."
Yeah, like,
and they're like, what the fuck? And they say like if you follow the call, it's gonna fucking steal your identity, like and just
See, I've
become
heard
you.
I've heard a different version of that. My mom used to tell me that if I used to hear my name and she didn't call me, then it was just my guardian angel calling me.
Interesting.
Every time so that
I
like,
would.
you know.
There's been times where I've, at home, I've heard like you or Ma call my name, and what do you want?
It's just like
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
I didn't call you.
yeah,
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 so-
you did. You did.
did.
Well, even because it was you and mommy. I remember you guys were telling me a story where it's like during 1 week you saw a motherfucker standing at the edge of your bed.
No, we were.
Was it one night?
Ma had gone.
That was me. Sorry.
Ma had gone somewhere, or she was doing something for work when she worked at Pinion Hills at the school. You and Anthony came up. It was me, Ba, you and Anthony. So you two were asleep in your room. I was asleep in my room, and Pa was asleep in his room. So I think we all went to sleep late.
Right.
But I saw like an apparition standing in my doorway, just looking at me, and I thought it was Pa.
Right.
And then Pa saw the same thing,
Oh shit.
but he said he actually talked to the apparition. He was like, he thought it was me. He goes, "Are the boys asleep?" And the apparition was like, "Yeah." And then that was it. So in the morning, where I was like, "Hey, were you at my door?" "No." "Were you at my door?" "No." So we're both like, "Oh shit."
Who the fuck?
Yeah. So I mean, and
These two fucking goofballs. Over
I've
here.
had it.
Like,
When we used to live at that house too, I've had experiences there too, where I was there during your summer break when you would go down with Pa and Ma,
Yeah.
and then come up late. My dad was working second shift, so I'd come up, and I'd be here alone at the house, and I'd get up the next morning at like 2 a.m, so I'm asleep like at 7, 8. An hour into my sleep, I hear a desk chair just being rattled. Yeah,
At the house I'm feeling.
yeah, at the house I'm feeling. The
Holy
little desk
shit.
outside.
Hey, that-
Remember the little
Yeah,
desk
yeah, yeah.
outside of
That
my
explains
my
what
room?
happened that one
Yeah.
night.
So I just heard it fucking rattle.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
heard it, and I fucking turned around. I was like, I'm done. I'm going to sleep. I don't need to.
Hey, don't bother
Yeah.
me, son. Make all
Yeah.
the noise you want.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
So I just turned around and fell asleep. And that was it.
Damn.
yeah, see, I never deal with shit like that. Like the stories that you guys tell, like how vivid and how you're able to like think about it so vividly. Fuck, I've never had
That shit
anything
would
like
scar
that.
you, huh?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
fuck.
an
Well,
intense
what-
moment.
Yeah.
What my mom has taught us, and I've taken it too, is when you see something or hear something like that, you don't, hey, do whatever you want, leave me alone. I don't,
Yeah,
I
if,
don't
like,
want.
if you're cool, stay
Yeah,
here.
show no
Can be
fear.
Yeah,
Scared
I don't
asshole,
want
go
nothing to
away.
do with
Yeah.
you. That
Yeah.
you got to show them. Like I said earlier, I'm saying it. I don't know why, but I'll take it head on.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the balls in me talking, but I'll take it head on. And
I mean, but it's how you feel, and it's how it would
I've done
happen,
that.
you know?
I've done that where I'm like, hey, you can stay if you're gonna be cool. If not, get the hell out.
Yeah, leave me the fuck
But
alone.
but I
Get the heaven out, dude.
yeah, but
Heaven
I've had those experiences where
heaven
it's
out.
like it trips you out, but you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, but
Right.
you can't give into it.
But
Yeah.
what if it's a sex demon? What are you doing? You're gonna take it on?
Do I get to see how it looks, or do I just see shadow?
Is it a succubus or an incubus?
Succubus.
Because one of them is gonna fuck me.
And I don't want that one. I don't want that
That's
one.
all I'm saying.
No, experiences like that, they're kind of trippy to say, because sometimes you share them, like how like you and your dad saw the same thing.
Yeah,
Have you ever dreamt anybody that has passed away
Oh
Yeah.
man, just the other day.
and like had a conversation with them?
yeah.
Like, what was your experience?
So I was actually at this high school doing a video for this softball team that won a championship, and their coach had passed away a few years ago. So actually that night, I dreamt the coach, and he was in there, same face and everything. And I said, "Hey, they did you proud, didn't they?" And he's like, "Yeah, they did." And like I felt him, and this happened
shit.
multiple times. So I felt him, like shake my hand and give me a hug, and like I've dreamt like my grandpa, like many times where I've had conversations, like. It's crazy. And my wife actually just dreamt her grandma the other day. Like
Oh, wow.
met plenty of times. Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, that's heavy shit. For me, no, not too. I mean,
Damn, Tony, you vanilla as fuck.
no, just because I haven't really had like someone pass away to where I can remember them
Yeah.
vividly and
Right.
distinctly,
Yeah, that's true.
know.
That's true.
And I'm sure it'll
It's not a
happen.
bad thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure it'll
yeah.
happen. But no, that shit's heavy. Like I said, a part of me would want to, like, have the apparition just to like see something and believe it, but I don't know. Like then having your guys' stories, I'm like, oh fuck that, you know.
And you were actually in the house for some of them, so.
But you
Now,
know,
dude, now kind of like
Well,
eerie. Like I'm.
Well, for that one,
Yeah.
you know
for
what?
that one,
The,
you were
the
there.
dreaming of people who have passed away. That you can't look at that as a scary thing.
Oh yeah.
That's almost
yeah.
one of those like you want to welcome it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's like it's just like something that feels like very vivid.
Well, it's comforting.
Like
yeah, exactly.
even and you know sometimes it could be like someone you never even fucking talked to.
Yeah.
Like and they just
Yeah.
like pop up in your dream. You're like, oh shit, like what's up? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like, my I have a pretty interesting experience. It goes back to the story where we were at the aqueduct. We heard the rocks
yeah.
getting pushed in. Well, I felt like I was the one that was like freaking out. They were smoking, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like somebody's throwing rocks." Long story short, yeah. Then they start throwing a lot of rocks. We get the fuck out of there. The next day, I had a dream, and it was my aunt that had committed suicide, like probably like a year ago, and she was he was throwing a party, and I went and said hi. I walked into the house. It was a weird house, but I walked in, and then he was there with his family, and then all my like other friends, and then I said what's up to them, and then I kept walking, and there was a light down on my aunt, and she was like on like a fuck, what is it called, like a lazy boy type of thing.
the easy chair.
Yeah. And I was like, Thea, what are you doing here? And she was like, what you're doing is bad and you need to stop. And I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, you know what you're doing. Stop playing stupid. You know what you're doing. You need to stop. And I took that as she was the one that was throwing the rocks the day before. So that shit was pretty crazy. I think I stopped smoking after that.
No, you didn't. You did. So now I think I'm gonna take a break.
But,
So,
yeah,
all right.
but yeah, that was
understandable.
That was one of my experiences with that. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, see, that's heavy. It's like shit like that where you can relate it and have some type of meaning behind it. Yeah, that's fucking.
Art's had some bad luck though.
Word.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard too. Is that's either somebody calling you or somebody stopping you from doing something.
Yeah.
You know, like the experience you had where you guys heard the rocks and all that.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
didn't smoke. We just left.
No, you guys were trying to light it, remember?
Yeah,
And
we
you before you
couldn't
guys
fucking light
it wouldn't
Right.
light.
That's right.
And then the rock started, and then I was like, nah, bro, we need to get the fuck out of here.
He said, "One look. Let's go. Let's go." All right.
Yeah.
we just looked at each other like, all right,
Yeah.
All right,
get
it's
down
time to go.
Well, even like when we were all, there was a point where we were all going to school in LA at the film school, and
Oh shit!
we were
I still feel
driving
bad about
back.
that shit.
We were driving back, and I would give them the aux, and they would play scary stories and shit.
Through the 14. We're coming home through
Oh
the 14
shit.
at
They're
fucking
playing-
8:00 p.m.
And it's like this. It's like dark as it's not well. It's darker than this. And I'm driving and shit, and I go and I drop them two off, and it sucks because like it's super. It's not super far away from my house, but like I gotta travel farther in the dark.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. So I get home. We're listening to these scary stories, and do you want to tell a scary story? And then
Yeah,
I'll
because
tell them.
I remember that one. That's a good one, bro. So there's a story about a little girl and she's home. She's home alone. She's getting ready for bed. So she does her nightly routine, whatever. She goes to lay down. Her dog sleeps under her bed. So she kind of puts her hand down. The dog licks it. She goes to sleep. Well, she wakes up to water, kind of like droplets.
The faucet
Yeah,
leaking.
like a faucet leaking pretty much. So she goes, gets up, checks the kitchen. Yeah, that's where she hears it. There's nothing. She comes back to her room, lays down, does the same thing with the dog, goes to sleep. She wakes up again. This time she hears it a little closer to outside. She gets up, she goes outside. The water isn't leaking. Comes back, does the exact same thing. And then she hears it coming from her closet. So she gets up, she opens her closet, and in the closet, her dog is dead. And it says,
shit.
humans can lick too. So the whole time that she had her hand down.
Oh shit!
Well, one of the faucets was a sink faucet.
Yeah.
So I get home that same night, and my room has a bathroom. And right when I walk in, the door was open to the bathroom. I put down my backpack and I like walked. It's like a long room, and I walk in. The bathroom's like right when you walk into the left, but I walked to the right and I went to like the other side of the room because that's where my desk was. And I remember I was taking off my shoes, and the fucking sink opened up.
Oh fuck!
And it wasn't one of those sinks. It was one of those you gotta pull.
Okay.
And I was like, bro. So I texted them right away, and I was like, I am not like this happened to me, and they're like, you're fucking no, that didn't happen. I didn't talk to them for like days.
Yeah, dude. The next day we
I
were supposed to
ghosted
hang
them.
out, bro. I texted John like, "Hey, what happened? Like, Art hasn't hit you up? Like, nah. Like, what happened?" And he think he had told us. He had texted us like, "You motherfuckers! Like, this is what happened." And then we didn't hang out for a while. He's like, "Fuck you guys!" Like,
Yeah.
that's the worst luck, bro.
Word?
Like,
I don't know,
I
man.
went home and fell asleep.
I know, dude. I got home, fucking jacked off, went to sleep. This dude was having a crisis, bro.
Word, dude.
Poor guy, dude. We were all fucking knocked out.
These guys were passed out, all comfortable.
Yeah.
And Art's over here freaking
myself,
out.
dude.
We got out the car like, hey, man, send me another story. Like,
Oh, I gotta send you this. This one right here
Art's
is
just
good.
fucking.
Or even the story when we did the podcast. So do you believe that there's people that can see like another dimension, like in the
mediums?
sense of like if there's like an apparition or something, they can see it. Like if
okay.
like any of you could
And
just
it's like
see
in a
it.
different plane.
Yeah, it's like in a
And you
different
can
plane.
only see it.
Do you guys believe that there's people that can see shit like that?
Jasmine has told me she has.
Oh, shit.
At the house in Pinion Hills, she saw somebody by Ginger's
Our house?
yeah.
Oh, my God.
By Ginger's stable. She said she saw
I always hung out there. I went there by myself.
said she saw an older man dressed in like white, like in
That's why you felt comfortable.
cowboy outfit.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
damn.
and ever since I met her, now a few years back till now, recently she hasn't had any experience. But like when I first met her, she would say she would see.
She would see him.
Yeah, she would see him.
So I bring that up because we were having a podcast and we had my brother's friends on, and one of them, he claims that him and his mom can see things like that. So he started saying that he's like, there's shit here too. And we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah. He's like, there's a lady that stands right there in the doorway. And I was like,
During the
fuck?"
podcast?
During the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, during the
shit.
podcast.
And he was like, when I walked in here, she was right there.
What
And I
doorway
was like,
it?
what the fuck?
Like his doorway, like his.
The
It
bedroom?
was when we
to
were doing it in the bedroom,
door.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
So then we're like, what the fuck? So I was like, well, we're like, what does she look like? Where did you first see her? Whatever. So he's like, well, it first started about 2 years ago. It was about 6 a.m. I got up to the bathroom, the bathroom outside of my brother's room out down the hall. And he said that when he got out, he looked into my old room and there was a lady in there. He's like,
shit.
and he's like, I was like, well, what'd she look like? And he was like, she had glasses, she had light skin, and she had curly hair, and she had like a floral shirt on. And I was like, that's what my aunt was wearing 2 weeks before she came to my house before she killed herself.
Wow.
And he described my aunt to a fucking T,
Right.
and he's never met my aunt. And it was just like,
Yeah, that shit gave me goosebumps.
that
when he
shit,
said it.
that shit hit different, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it was crazy because it was like the next day I was watching a game with my dad, and my mom was in the living room too, and my aunt we have like an island, and my aunt was sitting across on the one side and I was on the other side. This was the next day, and I was pouring a shot of Patron and the fucking shot glass moved.
Oh shit.
And she liked tequila. So it was like, I don't know, it was just all these things that kind of
Yeah.
happened right after that. But it was just crazy. Going back to that is
The
that-
description.
that people,
Yeah.
that description, like
And you knew immediately, huh?
I knew
Like,
immediately because he started like really describing her. He started going into fucking detail, and it was like,
Shit.
holy shit! Like,
Well, the minute he said like, "Oh, this lady," and then 2 years ago, like, "Oh shit,"
Yeah.
like, is he talking about who we think he's talking about? And then when you asked him and he said the details, yeah, you could see. Yeah, it was shook. We
Yeah.
were shook that day.
Yeah. So would you say that's like a medium or something like that? Like Drew was saying?
That's
something. I don't
That's
know.
what they say they are, but I mean, some people have it to a certain extent where like like I said, Jasmine, she hasn't said anything recently, but before she would, and then there's other people where it's like a daily, it's like a daily thing,
Did
like
you live with them?
I mean, like right now there could be somebody here
Just watching
sitting
us.
with us,
Yeah.
watching us,
Yeah.
but we don't know because we can't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in like witches and shit?
Like voodoo and all that? I believe there's people that like try to hex you and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like they
yeah.
hate you so
Wish,
much.
wish bad upon you, yeah.
Yeah, that they're gonna
They're-
be doing that shit.
All kinds of shit.
But not witches.
Nah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of why I said voodoo and not witches, because I feel like it's all under the same umbrella. Like they're trying to cast spells
Yeah.
that are malignant or whatever the fuck.
But isn't there a lot of like that shit in New Orleans? Like they do a
Yeah,
lot of
Black
like that.
Magic
The
does.
Black
Black
Magic,
Magic.
yeah, that's like their thing. That's how we won the Super Bowl.
The power did go up. No, I'm just kidding. Did it
Like
go up in
that
game?
shit's
No.
really big in Haiti.
Yeah.
Apparently, fucking zombies started in Haiti because
Oh,
they
really?
would like. They what they do there is they take out the caskets like every 5 years and redress the dead person. So if it's like
Oh,
your
yeah,
uncle,
yeah.
they take the thing out, put him a new suit, and put him back in.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I want you guys
But
to do that for me.
I've heard that somewhere else too, another country too, where they do that. Like every year they do it. They dig up the bodies and
Some of them, some
they throw like a big ass party.
Yeah.
it's like a Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
For like,
And
for
I guess the
different
thing
culture.
is like, especially for like Haitian, because that's where the black magic shit is, allegedly. That when they take them out, they like do a trance or whatever, and they have them like walk around for 5 minutes, like just fuck. but
Oh,
but they have them fucking chilling, like, hey,
Like
that's
weekend,
grandpa.
like weekend at Bernie's.
that's Grandpa. Watch him die again.
It just doesn't seem right, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's just
or like the
Let me rest.
motherfuckers that pose a dead body in like a pose. You know, they got some like sitting in a chair
taxidermy?
smoking
Oh,
it.
I want
Yeah,
that. I
pretty
want
much.
that. Like you like on my
Which
funeral.
I
just wanna
think I
be
saw
chilling.
one. They put him like on a motorcycle or something.
Yeah,
too.
bro. There's one where
Yeah.
there's one where he's on a chair, bro, with a fucking joint in his fucking mouth. I was like, damn, that's fucking sick, bro. Fuck, bro. Don't do that shit to me.
Well, there was one. I don't know. It's fucking freaky. It was a person that got buried, but they got buried in a glass tomb. So their grave is
Oh,
6
yeah,
feet
yeah.
down, but it's just a glass panel, and they're not covered in dirt. And the coffin is see through, so you could just see them.
You could
fucking-
see them chilling.
Oh shit.
But it's like open. Like you could walk in as anyone and see the
see
motherfucker
the
laying
mother-
there.
Wow.
So I thought that was
So,
pretty wild.
Let's
What's
take a quick break because I got to change batteries.
up? Okay,
We'll be right back.
let's do it.
We'll be back.
What up?
Welcome to the second hour.
Welcome back.
We're back with Ghost Adventures.
Back on this lovely topic.
All right, what were you saying with the Tesla?
There's a video on Instagram. It's probably all over social media, but the guy's driving a Tesla and he's got his front view camera on his monitor, and it's detecting a person walking, one or two people walking by in front of his car.
Yeah.
And he pans up his camera and there's nobody in the front of his car.
It like detects the motion.
And it tells them that there's two people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it like shows
yeah.
like the little stick figure. Like
Yeah.
it shows them that.
It's
and
like an
they're walking.
animation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dude, to be fair, my Tesla also looks at fucking buildings and thinks they're big rigs. So
Oh shit.
yeah,
Through
that's
big
what-
rigs.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Through big rigs?
no, like a big rig. Like it'll think it's a fucking big rig. Like,
Oh.
I park in front of this building at work and it pops up as a big rig on camera. I'm like,
Oh shit.
yo, like Tesla, you're drunk. Go home.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this is wrong. That's crazy though.
So you have a story in regards to one of our mutual friend Gio, with his uncle.
Yeah, so one of our friends, his uncle had passed away, right? A long time ago. But the story goes that one day the uncle had went out for a party or whatever. He left. The usual thing, right? He goes out, he comes back in the morning. So I guess the uncle had left. He came home. He once he got home, he had said hi to everybody, said hi to his mom, told everybody that he was just gonna get ready and just bounce again. So everybody was like, well, that's kind of weird, you just got home. He said, well, no, I have to go. Like, I'm just gonna go. So he leaves, and I believe it's the same day or the day after, but they get the cops show up to their house. And they're like, hey, is this your son? I was like, yeah. Well, he died last night. He had passed away in a car accident. But somehow he had came home and said his goodbyes to like his family before he, I guess, parted ways.
Yeah. Damn.
And he had I guess from what I remember, he had a tendency of always eating breakfast. And when he went home that morning, his mom's like, mijo, you're not going to eat. And he was like, no, mom, I have to go. Then he left. And then right when he left is when the fucking cops came to
They
tell
got
her.
Yo.
Wow.
Oh, that's
They,
heavy.
they got the call, yeah.
Damn.
It's fucking nuts though, right? Like to think that that's a possibility if
Yeah.
you do pass, Why it doesn't happen more often, I don't know.
How does that make you feel though? That if you could possibly do that,
Comforting.
yeah,
I'd be more okay with that.
right? Like it wouldn't be as scary, right?
Mhm.
To
Yeah.
be able to give that last little
Yeah, even if it's my one shot, like I know where I'm going,
Right.
yeah.
But if that's what really happens, then I feel more comfortable with that.
So talking about what you think really what do you guys think really happens?
After death.
Yeah.
I just learned the whole concept behind like purgatory.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that or understood it, but that's a pretty interesting like look at it, because I mean, if you're not going to go into heaven or hell, if you believe in that, you're stuck on earth in purgatory until you serve that out, or you complete what you have to complete, which is essentially what ghosts are, right?
Mm-hmm.
People that are in purgatory.
Yeah.
So that's pretty scary, to think that you could be stuck in a place that you have no control over whether you get in or out. In a way, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like to think that after you die, you get to start living the life that you were chasing here, and I feel like that's going to be your paradise when you get there. I feel like that's when everything starts in a different way, in a healthier way, in a way where maybe you wish things were, and they are now, because you trusted that process. But that's what I think happens after that.
I think something similar, right? Like you go back to that moment in life where you were at that highest point of happiness, contentment, where everything was going right, and you lived that moment either forever or from then on being able to figure things out in a different way, maybe.
I do.
Do you guys believe in reincarnation?
I also believe in that.
That's a lot of things to believe in.
Yeah. That's a
What
lot.
about what about that shit when like someone dies and then their consciousness goes to like a newborn baby? Is that reincarnation?
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
that same principle.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What do
I
you
think
think?
I think it could be like a dimensional thing. Like I think once we die, our body stays here, but we just we hit another plane. Like I've never believed heaven and hell are like above and below. Like they're just in another fucking dimension. Like you can't get to it because you have fucking meat and bones and shit. Like it's not just like 100 miles up. It's like another fucking place, like going through a mirror type shit. So I've always believed in that shit. Like I don't know. 50-50 of me is like, if you're dead, maybe it's just black in the casket. Like,
Yeah,
I would hate that, but I've always thought about that. Like, what if it's just like when you're going to sleep? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But the other half is like, I do think your body leaves. Like, you leave your body,
Right.
and you go off to do bigger and better things. Maybe you live another fucking life. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe that could be like a reincarnation and shit, because your shit can, instead of going up, and could go like left into a fucking donkey. Like, like
And motherfuckers missed
You
and
get
shit.
detoured or
Yeah,
something.
like
something
something
else
happens.
happens.
They were gonna be a president. And it's like,
I'm a goat now.
yeah, dude.
let's see how you do as a horse first.
What about you, Mike?
Almost the same thing, I guess. I mean, you either heaven or hell, but I mean, there's got to be that point where, if you do die, your soul goes somewhere. Like David said, like a place and time where you were happy and it was your high point. But then if you go somewhere else, it's like fuck. Or like you said too, if you just die, you just
It
die.
just cuts out.
There's
Like-
nothing. There's nothing after. There's like they say, oh, there's an afterlife. Well, what if there isn't?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot of options, a lot to think about. So I mean, we never know.
Yeah, we're not gonna know till it happens.
You're not gonna know till it happens, and you never know when it's gonna happen either.
Exactly.
It could.
Oh shit.
Where'd it go?
Oh, ghost.
It could happen. How's it
You
going?
know,
You're on
no?
top of the camera. It's probably going to be just wobbly.
I mean, it could happen today. It could happen tomorrow, or but it's just something you can't really.
You can
See,
avoid. Yeah, and you
can't
can't
avoid
avoid it.
Do you guys think about death often?
I see. My thing is, okay, two things, and these are fucking serious, all right? I'm not fucking with you when I say this.
No, that's a
All right.
serious question. That's not.
No,
even
but
trying
this
to-
answer is gonna
Yeah.
sound fucking funny. My thing has been like, the main thing is I don't want it to like hurt. Like if it's a car crash, like fuck it, okay, it doesn't hurt. But I don't want to die with my ass or my dick out. Like I don't want to die in an accident and my pants come off
Yeah.
and like they find me with my fucking dick out. Like I
Like,
do not
what,
want.
what was this guy doing
Yeah, I don't want to be in
before
a
he died?
compromised position. I don't want to die
Yeah.
like taking a shit. I don't want
Yeah.
to pop a blood vessel jacking off.
But what
Poor
if
guy.
what if rigor mortis sets in right then and there, and
Always hard.
you're like at your
That's just either
strongest
way.
point,
Like I
you
don't
know
want
what
my
I mean?
dick on the asphalt. Like I just don't. I don't want. I don't want that to be the
Well, there's
thing.
there's
like,
certain precautions you can take to not have
like
your
I
dick
just
out on
don't
the
want my
asphalt.
ass
Wear
out,
underwear.
bro. Like that's it.
Wear underwear.
No, but even like if you see the car accidents, like someone gets hit and their pants just fly off, and I'm like, dude,
Wear a belt.
fuck, bro.
Fuck car accidents. I think their pants were already off, dog.
Yeah.
I've never seen that
they don't
category on Pornhub,
they
dog.
don't-
Car crashes
I'm
and
telling
shit.
you, bro.
That's fucking hilarious.
They don't just rip off like basketball tearaways, dude. Like,
Yeah, so that's
Johns
my
do.
thing.
Johns do.
Johns, dude.
Stop wearing fucking tearaways, breakaways.
So yeah, I won't say like I think about it like suicidal, but I'm just like, oh
Hey, no,
shit,
no.
like maybe if I'm in a car or something, I'm just like, what if I switch lanes too fast right now? Like,
Bro,
I
you
see
need
a
to stop
semi-truck,
listening
I'm
to
like,
fucking
maybe.
NSYNC and My Chemical Romance to make you think like that. Dude. You guys gotta
No, but
stop
it's
listening
not
to those two
like-
things.
It's not something. It's just a passing thought. I'm just like, oh shit, what if that car
that's
hits
natural
me?
though. That's
Like,
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shit like that.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is. It's something. I mean, last night when this fucker got drunk, in my head I was like, "Fuck, what if we wake up and something happened to him?"
Yeah.
Because he's
He's over here
out.
fucking got his dicks out.
He passed
Dicks out,
out,
throw it up.
or
Fucking wet dick is out.
or or it's like, what if you guys wake up
Yeah.
and I don't? It's
Yeah.
what do we do in that situation? But I mean, yeah, it is. I think it's always a passing thought in somebody's head, even maybe even everybody's head.
That's kind of hard. What about you, Wei?
To what question?
What do you feel happens after you die?
I don't know. What's that Baby Keem line from the Kanye? He's like, "You guys treat your Lord like rentals insurance." What is it? What's that? That's that Baby Keem
I
line.
don't know.
Well, it's a fire line, right? You only think about God when shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very like I viscerally like my visceral reaction is to be like, oh, there's nothing after. But then like what I want to happen is like I want to be able to see everybody after this life, right? So like my grandparents, everybody that's passed, but I don't know. That's a hard answer. That's like it's a question since the beginning of time. Every man is trying to answer, right? What happens after this?
What's beyond our life?
Yeah, that's the interesting part too. Is that when I think about it, I'm like, man, like we don't know what happens. So it's hard to put a guesstimate on like what is gonna happen. But to me, I wish there was something after. But then, like John said, like it could be black, and that's where it's like, damn, like that would be shitty. Like I'd want something to happen after. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's like you try not to think about it, but it's like you don't want to die. Like if you were to ask me right now, like I'm probably not ready to die.
Probably,
No,
probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
You know,
Probably not.
jokingly, you had said like, "Oh, how does it feel being married?" And then I'm sure you two know this because John's about to have a baby and you have a son, so it's like you feel this, and you're married, Monkey, so you feel this like when you're engaged and when you're dating someone, it's like it's not responsibility, but when you get like for me at least, when I got married last year, I was like, "Oh shit, if I go, like, my wife's by herself, like that's it." You know what I mean?
That nobody talks about that panic.
That's
They
that's
don't,
the most
and
panic I had him.
it's a-
Yeah.
And it's a panic nobody teaches you about because
But that's something like Andrew was saying. That's something once you got married, because now it's just not you. You know, before like pretty sure you guys have thought this. Oh, it's just me. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's just me. But
Yeah.
now you're adding another person, and then when you have kids, Art
You're
should
adding-
know this. When you have a kid, it's a total different ballgame because
you-
now you got your wife and
a
your son
child.
or daughter.
Yeah.
And now you're like, fuck. If something happens to me or if something happens to them,
like this shit is
yeah.
Yeah, it's what that's to talk about like the death part. Like I try not to think about it because I'm not okay with it yet. I understand it and it's unavoidable. It's gonna happen. Right? There's nothing I can do to stop it. But when I think about like when my wife's alone or when she does things alone, I'm like, fuck, Dick. If I'm not there and something happens, like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
I bring that up. If you guys thought about death, because I fucking have been doing it like a lot. Because you can be driving down the street, like John said, a fucking car could come and hit you, dude. I live in a city where fucking red lights are, it's
Optional,
it's
huh?
fucking optional, you know. So every time I fucking cross
Where do
a
you
red light-
live? That's-
Yo, Fullerton.
I
No,
swear,
it's
downtown
real
LA's
though,
like
bro.
that too, bro.
So like every time, like I get a fucking chill that goes down my spine,
Yeah.
or every time my wife's out late and coming home late, I just get this fucking fear, and I hate it, But it's there, it's constantly there because you
Yeah.
see so much happening. You read it all the time,
Yeah.
like you see it all the time. It's like fuck, that could have been me. Like it's fucking wild.
Yeah, dude. It's
You know that nurse in Fullerton, the one that fucking just went through.
the
Imperial?
stuff.
Remember
Yeah.
that? She like just rammed through.
She was
Imperial.
drunk.
See shit
That's
like that.
crazy.
Like, dude, people don't, they don't pay attention to anything. But
No,
what-
they
what
don't. They don't
going
respect people around them, and that's the crazy part. Like you said, like when I was growing up, it was always like, well, it's just me.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
I know I have my family and I have my brothers and my sister, but my mom and my dad are still here. So
Yeah.
like,
They good.
fuck
They're
it,
good
you
for
know
the
what I'm
most
saying?
part.
Like
Yeah.
they're gonna go through it, but at least they got each other. But now it's like, fuck, I have my wife now, you know, and if something does happen to me, like
Yeah, it's
I just think of all the bad stuff, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
she's gonna go through all this shit, and like, what the fuck am I just gonna be in a
Now,
box somewhere, you know?
now add a kid to that
See, I-
situation. See that's even because now you're gonna have a single parent
Yeah.
with the kid, and and then not only that, but that single parent has to explain, hey,
What happened,
Dad,
you know?
dad or mom isn't coming home.
Exactly.
And you're over here fucking with knives, both of y'all. You got 3 fucking knives on
Stab
y'all.
ourselves,
Yeah.
bro. We're not like that Marine, dude. Come on.
Hey, rest in peace. That guy passed away, though.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
shit.
That kind
Damn.
of checks out.
They just told me. they just
Different
told me this
circumstance.
story.
And
Fuck.
coworker used to say this, that nature's way.
Oh.
Yeah, nature's way. I don't want to say the other part because I don't want to be fucked up.
This is
but-
what we got.
Too late.
I know.
Too late, Mike.
Word.
I mean,
nature's way of weeding out the stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What did happen to him?
He was at Camp Pendleton, and then he fell off a catwalk.
Oh, okay.
The catwalk was really like
Yeah.
the thing broke on him.
Those shits always trip me out, like the military deaths that are accidents.
Yeah.
Like the ones where they're flying over the Mojave.
Hey,
and
they
get
happen.
crashed.
Hey, they happen a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear about
lot.
the
Supposedly,
well, the jet that they just lost.
no, out here at Camp Pendleton, they found like a underage girl. And
Oh,
one
that's
got,
right.
yeah.
no one got
That's right.
charged.
That's right.
Yep. That was
And they
recently.
arrested. They
Wait,
arrested
what?
a
What
guy.
happened?
No.
No one got charged. I heard.
No?
There's it's like a ring though, dude. It's like a
They found a
They fucking
13-year-old
protect each other
girl
and shit.
in Camp Pendleton in one of the dudes'
like held
units.
captive.
Like they had her, bro. Like for
Like a sex slave?
yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
I think they got questioned, and then that's what I saw.
Got a question, huh?
Because they got
That's nuts.
Yeah, they pulled them out, and I remember like they were walking with fucking like corporals or sergeants. But I don't know what happened to them.
That's crazy.
How the fuck does that happen? How the fuck does that
You know what?
happen,
Yeah.
bro?
This just
When it
reminded
could
me. Do you guys know? You guys that watch wrestling, you'll know. You remember Ashley? What was her name? Ashley Massaro. She had the fucking stars on her elbows.
Oh,
She
yeah,
killed
yeah.
herself a while back. And I just found out it was because when they were doing like, you know how they go overseas and
Yeah,
perform for the
yeah.
troops? One of the troops raped her.
Ooh,
And
shit.
she went to Vince and she was like, hey, yeah, he fucked me up. And he was like, we get the money. Like,
Hey.
they're great. Like, so she was like, you got to be quiet about it. And she fucking killed herself like 2 years later.
Yo, I bet you a lot of those women
Mhm.
have
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
They can't say anything
I just
or else they're not making
it
money.
fucking blows my mind that shit happens
Right.
in there, bro.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
it's a daily thing, and going back to like what David was saying was, and well, all of us, you think about this shit, what if this happens to your wife, or what if this happens to your husband? We just had an instance where Jasmine was being watched. She went to like CVS right there by the Food for Less, and some guy, like 2 guys were watching her. They saw her get in her car. One guy even went up to the car and was like trying to get in. Yeah, and then she called me right away, and I was like, well, then either go home or call the cops, And she, my dad found out too. My dad was pissed, and he was like, let's go to CVS. I'm like, dude, relax. We're not gonna find him if she made, because she made a big fuss of it when she was there. But I go, if we go now, we ain't gonna find them. I mean, but that's something too. Like like David said, red lights are optional. You think about somebody just running a fucking red light and T-boning
Yeah.
somebody. You got that to think of too. Is when your wife is out and about, or your kids, you hear all these fucking sex trafficking stories, and it's like,
Yeah.
I would go fucking crazy if something happened, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, No, that happened one time. It wasn't. Well, my wife had fell at work, and she didn't fucking go to the hospital when she should have. Like, she waited. But I used to work in a warehouse, and we used to have to leave our phones in the locker. So it was like lunchtime. So it had been like 2 hours since she had slipped. And I go outside of my car, and like all of a sudden I just see like, I'm going to Kaiser, I was like, what the fuck? So I took off, bro. I'm surprised, and thank God, like I'm truly blessed that day. But my car didn't drop below like 90 miles an hour going up to from Riverside to Victorville. I fucking ran the side of the freeway. I ran the lights,
shit.
bro. Like I put my car, like if I had just bought that motherfucker, I burned it. I fucked up the transmission
Oh, wow.
after that.
That's
But it was like that panic.
yeah.
We were.
You're gonna. It's gonna happen. You're gonna do it.
We were engaged. No, we were engaged yet. We were living together. But just the thought of something going wrong and me not being there freaked me the fuck out. And I was like, my boss was calling me, and I was like, nope, not till tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow, bro.
Fuck that.
That was a fucking scary time for me.
That's a scary thought. That happened to me with Jasmine when she was pregnant. She was cleaning the cabinets and she got down. So she calls me up. She's like, I can't get back up. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, the good thing is I have a company phone, so she has that number too. So,
right.
right away I went to my boss. I was like, I got to go. I go, she says she fell down or she went down trying to clean something and she can't get back up now. So I did the same thing. I hauled ass home and it's something in your head too. You're like, fuck, what if I get home and it's worse
too late,
or something happened? But
especially like because she wasn't answering me either. She was already with her mom's, but she wasn't texting me back, and I was like, oh fuck, like it's just
that. Yeah, that's even worse.
Like, I need to get there right now.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the consequences of whatever the fuck happens after. As long as I get there, she's all right. But yeah, I think about shit like that all the time when she's by herself, and I freak out too because I'm not so much.
We say this as all of us are wives, and we're all at home. We're all fuck.
As we're here and we have no.
I was just
No,
thinking
dude,
about it.
hey, since we got up here, bro, it's been on my mind. I do. We have a cat camera in the room, so I've been checking that shit since I've been up here, bro. I see her sitting there, and I'm like, all right, that's cool.
When I talked to her earlier, I was like, we have no service. She goes, well, what are you guys going to do if there's an emergency between you guys? I go, well, we got to figure it out. I said, we're up here. At least we're up here together. She's like, well, nobody's. I go, no, we're together in the campsite, and we're watching each other's back. But
up here, we're good. I think we can make it home for sure.
Oh, yeah.
What you got, Dave? Art? I bet.
Well, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't had any situations like that with Vanessa so far. But that is something that I'm not married yet, but we've been together long enough to the point where I do feel responsible for her. From not just financially, but just if something were to happen to me, like now I have a son, like what happens to him, what happens to her. It's just there's a lot of things that go through your mind, like. I don't think this is necessarily answering the question, but I will say that there's things that I've learned not to do because there's more. There's things that I'm responsible for that I can't just let go.
There's more at stake.
Yeah, there's more at stake for me. So yeah, I do agree with your guys' sentiment that it's not just you.
Right.
It's a rough thing to think about. And again, nobody, even when you ask for marriage tips, like that's not fucking something somebody tells you. It's like, bro, you don't care about your wife or what, bro? Because nobody told me it was gonna be this bad.
I guess that's something we should start doing to these days.
Did it change for you as soon as you got married though, compared to when you were like boyfriend girlfriend?
No,
it didn't change for you. Nothing
like,
crazy.
Like
the feeling of responsibility.
No, because. No.
So I lived with my girl for 2 years before
you got married.
We got married.
We stayed together a year before we got married. But like we're gonna be 10 years together next year, and then 5 years married this year or next year. Yeah, come next year. But like I don't know why from the first year I've always felt like just an over sense of like I wanted to protect her no matter like where she was at, And it was something I couldn't get rid of. It was like with my youngest brothers. To a certain time when they were little, I had the same panic. Like fuck, they're in school, I don't know who's fucking with them, who's not.
Yeah.
So that was rough, But as they grew up, I knew that they stood up for themselves and they handled their shit. But when I met my wife, it was like that sense of protection that I had for her. It's just one of the reasons why I'm with her, and why I've been with her for so long now.
I didn't realize there was levels to it though, and I can only imagine like when you guys have kids too with a significant other, like that's another level of like,
It's a bigger step.
Exactly, and then God forbid you have like a bigger family, you're like, no, this is like the only thing that fucking matters, right? Crazy.
It's intense to think about.
We've talked about it on the show before, but what would you guys do if somebody were to hurt them? Would you guys go straight kill, or are you going the law way?
This is all. This is all
alleged, of course.
Alleged, hypothetical.
But there's certain people that would say, because it sounds funny, like of course I would kill them, but like there's some people that would say they would let the law handle it.
This is my take. So if something happens to my parents, I wouldn't be able to. I still have to be there for my wife, so I'd have to take a certain stance on it, right?
Sure.
If something happened to my parents and my wife, like some accident or something where I'm not there and something happened, I'm killing. Because
Okay.
I would honestly feel like I would have no reason to be free, and I would want this is gonna make me sound fucking psycho, but I'm the type of person where I want you to feel fucking triple what I'm feeling,
Right.
not just you, but your family. If you've got kids, if they've got kids, your mom, your dad, your grandpa,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Damn.
No, but like I'll tell you a
That's
story.
the ancestry tree.
Last year, my wife had gone out. She was out drinking at I think she was in downtown Fullerton. She wasn't hitting me up, so I was like freaking out about that. I was trying to text her, see where she was. Then my mom texted me, "Your dad's been in an accident." I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm fucking flipping out. Then she texts back. She's like, "Oh, a bike ran into him, and the cops are there, questioning him." My wife still hasn't contacted me, so now I've got two double. I don't know what the fuck's happening to her. What's going on with him? She finally gets home. I'm relieved there, but then I get to focus everything on my dad. I'm fucking flipping out. They live in the next city over, so I'm like, we need to fucking go right now. The fucking cops are fucking, talking to him. If the fucking guy on the bike is still there and he's trying to blame my dad, I'm gonna fucking kick his fucking, like, I'm 5'3", I'm not gonna kick anyone's ass, but you know what? I
I'm
don't
gonna
give
fucking try.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
fucking try.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I fucking sped over there. Lucky thing, like, the cops are still there. My dad was gone. Everything was good. But in my fucking mind, I was ready
Yeah.
because I didn't know what was going on. I was ready to just fucking throw it all,
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I've never seen this side of you.
No, yeah. No.
Wow.
Like, it's.
I like when he gets mad. Huh?
Yeah, he fucking gets riled up.
Oh, hey. No, the touchiness there.
Yeah,
you know?
It's hard to
Sexy.
It's a little different.
cut that out.
What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, no, that's heavy, man. That's heavy because, like, now that I think about it with Dave, how he says it, it's like, damn, like, if you have nothing to lose, you just go ahead and kill him. But damn, that's tough because it's like now you think about, like, what Michael was saying is, like, I have a family, I have my brother and sister, and then I have my fiance. So it's like, man, it's like either way I'm fucked. Even like if they hurt my brother and sister, I kill them. But then now my fiance doesn't have someone there, so it's like vice versa. So, you want to go and say, like, oh, I'm gonna have the law handle it, but, like, even at that point, like,
You never
they
know.
might not even handle it in the best
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, right?
Yeah.
To rely on the fucking justice system to take care
Yeah.
of things. When you see fucking people who kill whole families, they get like 5 years in prison time or fucking probation
Yeah.
or parole or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Damn, you do the Cain Velasquez, dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yo.
I
yeah.
feel sick for that.
Yo, yeah, free King.
They should just let him free, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
they
yeah,
shouldn't.
dude.
They shouldn't even have
Nah,
arrested
I
him.
think he is.
No.
No.
You don't.
think
Hey,
well,
No,
they
he's
let
still-
him go, but he's still on trial. I think he's like
Oh,
on
okay.
like bail.
yeah.
But I think the only part that I think he fucked up is, and this is the only part, is that he shot in front of the school.
Yeah.
Oh, I
think
thought
that-
it was because the other guy was in the car with him, and he shot at that car that had, like, the guy's dad.
Yeah, well, he did, but they were in front of a school though.
Yeah, they were in front of us.
shit.
Yeah, that like I don't necessarily like because you're in that fucking tunnel vision zone, in the red.
So you're not paying attention to the signs.
But I mean, fuck, I think that's the only part I don't really agree with because like
Yeah, because then you're fucking up kids who see
Yeah.
that
You don't
shit.
think about
Yeah,
that. right?
but it's like Art said, you got that tunnel vision where
Yeah, which
you
is
don't,
rough.
You don't give somebody hurt your family and you don't give a fuck at that point. But yeah, it is a fuck up because it was in front of a school, but you got to see it in that way too. Is fuck you hurt my
baby,
son or
dude.
daughter, you did something to them.
I'm gonna do something to you.
I'm gonna do something to you, and you just like like Art said, you got that fucking tunnel vision where you see nothing else.
And that's true. Yeah. What are you taking the law or are you?
I don't know. I think it depends the severity of, like, what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it all depends on that. I mean, I feel like for the most part, I'm not a bitch. So if it's like,
No. Yeah.
if I'm gonna fight, that's one thing. But also, I would rather be very calculated. What's that movie with Jamie Foxx and Russell Crowe?
Oh, fucking
Law-abiding citizen?
Law-abiding citizen, when he's, like, in the jail,
like
but,
that
like,
fucking shit up like that. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
and he's just fucking with all. Yeah.
It would have to be
but
like that.
I think it just all depends on, like, how severe it is, right? Like, let's say, like, God forbid, someone that I love got in a car accident, and it was a drunk driver, right? and let's say nothing, like they just got in an accident, nothing happened. They have a broken arm. I don't think I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm gonna leave it to the cops. Hey, this guy's drunk driving. Like
get him right. Like,
get him. Yeah. Right. That's expectation. If it doesn't handle, it's like, well, they're okay. So that's the number one thing.
Yeah,
That's what. But if it's like, if I have kids and it's something like Kim Velasquez's situation, that's different, man. That's that's freaking Russell Crowe action right there, dude. That's fucking.
And that's
it's
very very justifiable.
You
guys ever see? So back in the 80s, there was this man who molested, and I think he may have killed this guy's son. So the cops had got him. And they were walking into the courtroom to be arraigned.
The phone call one.
Oh yeah.
The guy was on the fucking.
And the dad came, right?
The dad came and fucking shot him.
Shot. That was a bad motherfucker, man.
Even the cops were like, "Why? Why?" But dude,
it's like, why you asking me why, bro? Like you were in the courtroom with me. What the fuck?
You know why? You fucking know why? Like,
there's another story like that too, but of a mom. She walked in and then she had begged them to let her do like a last word to the killer. And she walks in, bro, and just pulls out a 45 and just pop.
That's sick.
Just drops him, bro, and she just puts the gun down and just stays there. It's like, see, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
Because on my end, I believe an eye for an eye, and I believe the severity of certain things require certain actions. And again, I don't think a lot of people would agree with the way we would go about things. But to me, it's like, you can't judge, or like, that's not up to you, that's up to God. Like, yeah, it's fine. He can decide what happens to you after. But if you did something that you knew you weren't supposed to do, that you knew was going to cause harm to somebody, you cannot not be okay with that happening to you too.
So circumstances, what if it's an accident?
Like a car accident?
Complete accident.
That a car accident is understandable, right? If it's something out of the control of like the person, even if they were drunk driving, right? It was an accident. I get that. Unless somebody died, then I might be a little bit more upset. I don't think I'd go as far as to like, you're gonna die, because obviously they've gotten arrested. They're gonna go to jail. But I think if it comes to like the Cain Velasquez thing, like to me, like Art's thing, right? That he shot him in front of the school. Like I would have waited. I know who you are. I'm gonna let things die down so that way once I see you, then it's not.
When you least expect it.
Yeah. And it's like people don't want to think that that's okay or that's a way to go about things, but it's like, but I'm not doing it to process this for you. Like you do that on your own, bro. You hear about my situation, you go through your feelings, that's fine.
Yeah, you can't.
But you're not gonna dictate my feelings, and if that's what's gonna make me sleep better at night, what the fuck is it to you? Like what's it to everybody else?
Exactly.
That's
like
heavy,
so, I'm a heavy believer in an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
It's a heavy thing to carry, though.
What about you, Mikey?
I think the same. Like Andrew said, and like Monk said, it just maybe depends on the situation. Because there is some situations where, okay, let the law handle it. But then there is other situations where, what if it's something severe? If I could do it, I'd take it into my own hands if it was something severe. There's times I'm thinking about, fuck, what if I don't see this person? Or like Jonathan, daily we're sending shit to each other on Instagram, and it's like, what if one day that stops because of something happened to him or something happened to me? What's gonna happen? But it's just depends on the situation. But yeah, I would fucking like Monk said, eye for an eye. I'd take it into my own hands. If I was capable of doing it, I would do it. You hurt my family, you hurt my significant other, or my child, or my parents. Hey.
To me, it's an unexplainable pain, and even taking somebody out for doing something wrong, it's still not showing them like a quarter of what you're gonna feel.
Yeah.
For the rest of your fucking life, It's like even if you're in jail, like the thought that you weren't there to protect that person that you swore to protect.
Yeah.
I think that right there is the heaviness of what's gonna come.
So.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has a breaking point, and you might be able to be a little bit more remorseful than others, but I don't think that everybody's not capable of doing it. I just think it takes something, and I'm sad. I don't want to figure that out for everybody.
Yeah.
That's not something you want, but I promise you, there's something that somebody can do to you that will trigger you to just want to get rid of the nuisance at once.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it causes harm to somebody that you care about or you love, you want around for the rest of your life. Like It's an eerie feeling for sure.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, fuck, like, just thinking about that, like, thinking about what it would take and thinking, like, what is going to push me to that edge to be like, all right, fuck it. This is what's going to happen. And, like, don't even think twice about the consequences. That's...
So we live life, huh? Badass kids.
Well, I want to lighten up the mood a little bit because we had this debate. Not us, but I had this debate elsewhere. If you pay for your wife's Brazilian butt lift and titties,
Mommy makeovers.
Yeah, mommy makeover. Should you have access to that for the rest of your life? So if you divorce,
Oh shit!
should you have access to it?
That
For the rest of your life?
Until she
Can
pays
you
it off,
repo?
until she can you repo?
I want to go first. I love my wife. I'm not divorcing her. So cool.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your response?
Oh shit! Damn. Like, can she pay back in installments, or is like is that the
No. It's her husband's gonna pay for it, and her promise to him is that he'll have access to it for the rest of his life because he paid for it.
I mean,
So what kind of access?
as the one paying for it, right? Like, I mean,
That's a gift, though.
He can hit it.
right?
That's a gift,
that
though.
kind of access.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
Oh, okay, that's different.
So if
bro.
my wife buys me a fucking Porsche and then, God forbid, that doesn't work out, and she goes, I want my Porsche back. I go, no,
That's
You gave
my
this
whip.
to me.
Hey, but this is different. It's like, can you still, can she still drive it when you're divorced? That's what.
Nah, I know.
Oh, she cutting me off. I'm cutting her off.
Say no.
So no,
Nah.
no, John. I know you got an answer.
See, I think of it more of like the wedding ring debate. Like once you get, you can't ask for it back. Like no matter what happens.
Can you answer it back?
Like
Hey, my
I
buddy,
wouldn't want that shit back though.
My buddy asked for it back, and he got new earrings out of it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He,
Okay.
he melted it down. Used the diamonds to make earrings. Bro.
That's
Like-
hard.
How old is your buddy with
That's a
earrings?
flex, bro.
What's that?
How old is your buddy with earrings?
No. So he was engaged like in his early 20s. Then they broke up, and he's got the ring back, and
All right,
Oh,
well,
but
I guess
engagement
that
is
makes
different, though. I feel like engagement is different.
Yeah, than a full divorce.
Yeah, so I'd say, see, I don't
I'm
know.
still not asking for it back though.
I do think of it as a gift. Like, I don't know, because what if it like ends on bad terms and I don't want to fuck her? Like,
You don't have to. She's just you always have access to it because you paid for
well,
it.
that's
Like
what I'm
on-
saying.
like on
I-
a rainy-
I'm
you
not
know?
gonna walk through the door just because I have the key. Like
on a rainy day.
But you can.
But you can. That's what you're not getting right now. Nah, I don't think that's a good deal. Fuck no. We were to split this payment. You crazy.
Yeah, I'll get the money back. Like I'll ask for.
Yeah, I think I want my installments
monthly-
back. How about you just pay me back for that shit?
That's a people's court deal.
That's
cool.
Yeah, that for me, I'd be like, you know what? You think you're gonna look fire after you leave me? And I'm gonna take those titties and that ass.
That's how it works,
both.
but okay.
Yeah. But hey, let me have them, and I just have them like in a fucking case, and I'm like,
I love my wife the way she's
yeah,
built.
for my next wife.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have to say that because you're on recording.
Yeah, hey, so are you, bro.
No, because we truly do.
Yeah. This is how we feel. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever learned to like appreciate the good times, like when there's nothing going on and it seems kind of boring, but you're like, shit could really be bad right now.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever
Hell yeah, yeah.
like have you guys learned to appreciate those moments?
Like, man, I'll tell you, I'm a homebody, man. I chill inside the house and kick it at home, really. I really don't go out too much. And I can be sitting there just watching Netflix, and I know that it can always be worse.
Yeah.
You know, shit, I could be fucking single, overweight, living at my parents' house, like
Still
fucking-
watching
Yo,
Netflix.
like friends who I have, fucking
Right.
Smelly
with
dick.
fucking ugly ass fucking girls who are doing nothing in life.
Oh, damn.
You know,
Damn.
Yeah, speak on
it can
sis.
always be worse. bro. Shots fired, Buena Park.
Oh fuck.
Damn.
Some real shit.
No, yeah, but you know, I mean, I think we all have to kind of do that sometimes because sometimes we can probably get in a little rut and be like, damn, shit sucks. Like, I don't have this, I don't have that. But man, sometimes you have to stop and think about what you have. Sometimes that's everything. To people, you know, you can look out. I can look outside my window. I live in downtown Fullerton, so I can look outside my window and see a homeless person fucking there with a cart. That's all their belongings.
Yeah.
They've got no one else to support them, no support system,
Yeah.
no friends, no family. I've got all of that. You know, and it can always be worse.
Could always be worse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think about us, like, just our, you know, like obviously I don't know you guys as much as I know, you know, my family, but it's like we were raised a certain way. Like I'm pretty sure we don't have an entitled kind of attitude, or weren't brought up a way where we were spoiled.
Bro, I drive a Tesla.
This guy right here.
Screw that guy over there.
I'm fucking around.
But yeah, I just don't think that that's what we have like embedded in us. I don't think that we're just like, oh fuck, I wish I had a fucking, you know, a Porsche, or I wish I had this. Like I think
We'd
because
work
the
for it if
situation
that was the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And I think because the situations we're in, we're just like, dude, we have a great life. We're like, we're not, you know, struggling. We're not having like certain financial issues. And it could be worse. And you think about everything happening else like around the world. Yeah, shit could be worse. But I just think that's not embedded in us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same shit. Like for me, like I know, especially like in my last relationship, or like when I would have a fight, I'll be like, "Fuck this!" Like I can't wait to fuck someone else. Like,
Yeah.
like no, you know, this is just hypothetical, right? Like I would have those thoughts, right? But now if I get in a fight with
Hypothetical, he said.
now if I get in a fight with Kiki, I'm like, man, this is bullshit. Like I can't wait till a week from now when we're not
So when
fighting
this shit's
anymore.
over,
Like when this
yeah,
shit's
yeah,
over, like
yeah.
that's it. I don't think anything else.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just like, yeah,
you're definitely ready for marriage.
can't wait till we
I'll tell you
pass
what.
this. Like that's it.
Well, I got some. So like, I don't want to mean to bring the mood down or anything, but so my wife's been pregnant 3 times. I've got no kids, right? So she, you know, there's been times where she's asked me like, oh, you know, would you rather like have a kid or be with me? Like, do you ever have any feeling about this? Like, hell no. Like, I'd rather have you and no kids,
Yeah.
than to have kids,
Kids and not
know
you.
you, or have kids with someone else. Like, I could be with you. Like, we're good. Like, me and you are good. And like that for me, that's good. We got a one-eyed dog. Like, well, why do I need anything more? Than that, you know what I mean?
We've
Had
had
a
that.
one-eyed dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
how
crazy.
do you feel about that? About
His dog?
no, no.
Well, that's cool, dog.
Isn't your dog deaf?
Yeah, my dog's deaf. That's why I was like, hey, shout out to the disabled dogs, baby.
Hey, did we just become best friends?
Disabled dogs.
What's up? Dude? You laughing at our dogs?
No.
Hey, dude, my dog's dick doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
One of my-
His dog has no fucking dick shield, dog.
His dick got ripped off when he was born. Like it just hangs, but it's not connected to anything.
Mine too.
It's Red Rocket all the time.
That's fucked up.
You ever
Why?
seen his dog?
I haven't seen
Junior,
his dick.
Junior.
I don't look at his dick, bro.
You do
I
look at
gotta
his
show you
dick.
next
No.
time, dude.
You look at Tony's dick?
That's different though.
My shit works.
Check this shit out.
Look what you did to him.
The dog's like, what the fuck is going on?
So can you put me the fuck down?
what you think, Andrew?
What was? I'm sorry. What was the question again?
The first one you had asked way.
Well,
About the
okay, yeah. Have you learned?
Oh,
Because I
good
think
times.
have you learned to appreciate the
Oh,
the
yeah.
boring times?
No, 100%. I literally tell my wife. I try to tell her at least like once a day, just thank you, because I'm the same as David. I'm a homebody, dude. I like to be home. I get home from work. I like to lay down. I don't like going out. Like, and this is just comfortable for me. Anytime it's out of my schedule or something, I don't like it. So, 100%. But then I've also learned to appreciate like very good times, like when I hang out with this guy or this guy, and we're just fucking laughing about bullshit and making funny dick jokes. Like that's fun too. But it's those affirmations, right? They sound cheesy, but really just kind of enjoying it and then realizing like, all right, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's fun. Right? Like last night, we were fucking laughing about nothing.
Fucking bullshit. I don't even remember what we were laughing at.
Yeah, but that's a good time. You look at it and you go, okay, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, you're like, that was fucking
Yeah.
dumb.
That
was
great.
fun, bro.
That was great. Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Mikey?
Oh yeah, 100%. Man, you have to.
How long do you think it took? Like, did you always do that? Because it wasn't like that for me.
Yeah, no, because I mean, when you're younger, you're like without a care in the world. And
Yeah.
it's, you know, once you start getting older and it's like you start realizing you're like, fuck, I should have did this.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I should have, you know, did something else. But yeah, I mean, I think you have to appreciate the good, the bad, and whatever else comes with it. You know, you can't be stuck on it. You know, you can't be stuck on the past either.
Yeah, when you start to realize like comparisons are like make you so unhappy. As soon as you stop doing that, you're just like,
Yeah.
everything's
You
good.
guys ever read
man.
that quote? Comparison is a
Thief of joy.
Thief of joy.
Yeah,
It's true.
that's 100% true. Sponsored by Pacifico. Oh, sorry.
No, we've had that conversation before where it was like if your wife is in labor and the doctor comes and tells you, you know, like it's her or the baby, like who would you pick?
Mhm.
You know, and I'm the same way.
I'll
you
pick my
know.
wife, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
And the conversations I've had with my wife about it, she's you know, the whole baby thing has been something for us. So like for her, it's like, no, like if that's our one chance, you know, then take it. And I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it though. Like I'm not about to raise a child by myself. And I was like, I'm sorry, like you're gonna hate me for a bit, and I'm okay with that. But I'd rather have you here than a baby.
Hell yeah.
You know, like I married you. You know, I married you because of the person you are and because who I get to be when I'm around you. Like
I feel like that's a very hard, that's a very easy answer to give because like me, you, David, we're not parents, and Tony are not parents, but like it's y'all three. I know that's different.
how would you answer it now?
Well, I mean, we already got to know our kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's
the whole
different.
point
That's
of
what I'm
that
saying.
is,
That's,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
in
different.
labor, like you don't know the kid yet.
100%.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
Yeah.
We actually did that the night of.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
she's like, if something happens, like, I want you to like choose. I'm like, no.
Oh, dude.
Word.
Man,
Yeah.
No.
I would fucking cry, dude. I'd be like, that ain't happening.
I'm about to run and go find service and text her back. And tell her how much you love her, bro.
Hey, can we take a quick break real quick, bro? I'm just gonna run up.
Actually, yeah, let's take a quick break so I can change my memory card out because I'm running out of
Isn't that
time
a-
real
yeah,
quick.
Oh shit! All right.
Let's take a quick break. Welcome to the third hour. We back. This is gonna be the third
hour.
So we've done two.
Yeah. Pretty
It's
crazy,
the longest
huh?
I've ever gone. Podcasting, guys.
What the fuck?
Podcasting.
Blue Chew. Shout out to Blue,
Blue
Chew.
Chew.
Hey.
Dude, I've never talked to any of you guys more than 3 hours. I'm like, I'll keep it at a good 15. I'm like, all right, I'm next to the person.
I gotta go. Gotta go.
Learning a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Learning a lot. Like that, you're finding that the max is about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I talked to him for 15. I'm gonna talk to this guy for 15.
He's about tired, bro. He's about to fall asleep. Look.
Yeah, I'm fucking hit intervals.
You napped earlier. You're good.
Like I hit
Oh,
the
yeah.
off button when he went to the restaurant.
Dude.
Just passed him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Sexy Red.
Shout out, Sexy Red.
You guys should have her on.
Oh yeah. Come on over. Come on over. John would love to interview you.
Young Thugger.
All right. So I want to go around. I want everybody to answer. Can you tell us a time or the time that you had that light switch moment?
Well,
Or
when
was
I
like-
got turned off.
You gay? No, I'm talking about like in life. Like, did you ever have a moment like that where
Like where it fucking changed everything for me.
yeah, like your whole perspective changed?
Fuck yeah. So before I do what I do now, which is I work in communications, like, you know, photo, video, shit like that, I was a custodian. I was working part-time at the district I'm at, so I decided to get another full-time job working graveyard at a college. That was the shittiest 6 months I had. The last fucking day where I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm like, I need to go back to school. I fucking quit the job that night, enrolled in classes that next day, and for the next like 6 or 7 years, I worked to get to the point where I am right now. That was a moment knowing that I did not want to be stuck in that rut around the type of people I was around because it was fucking bringing me down. Working graveyard is a fuck. I don't know if you, I'm sure some of you guys may have worked graveyard. It fucking it fucks with your
Fucking
mind.
sucks, bro.
Fucks with your mind.
Makes you delusional sometimes.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
driving and shit.
And that's where that changed my whole perspective on life. Like that, you need to do something. You need to find a career. You need to turn this shit around and don't get stuck in the same fucking patterns
Yeah.
that you've been in. That was it for me.
Damn. I'm trying to think. I can't really think of a time where like the light switch, but I think for me, it's always been like, it never was like a light switch moment, but there was like times in my life where I'm like, you know what? Like, I need to start being the person that I like want to be versus the person that I think I should be. Versus like, I feel like I always had to be the class clown to make people funny, because then it's like, all right, cool, like it takes the pressure off of me. Like, let me just crack jokes, that way people don't like think about me and what I got going on. And I think a lot of times I think in the same field, like when I was working as a custodian, as a night custodian, that's when I was always like, damn, like I clean toilets, like that's not cool, that's not sexy. Like I to the point you get embarrassed, you're like, oh dude, like I don't want to do this. But then you think about like, okay, like if I just keep working at it, if I keep perfecting it, I can become better. And then now I get to a point where I'm like, oh, like I'm proud of what I do. But it sucks because you end up like, yeah, feeling embarrassment. You're like, damn, like you don't want to tell, like, you have friends like, oh, I do this, I do that. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is what I do, you know? But at the end of the day, like, I think it's just what Drew had said, like, a couple minutes ago is, like, the comparison thing. Like, if you stop comparing yourself to people, that's when you're like, then it doesn't really matter. Like,
That's when you start living your life.
yeah. And then I think, too, now I'm at a point where, like, sure, would I like to have, like, making 200K, 400K, but then it's like, now things become less enjoyable. Where, like, right now I'm like, dude, I get to buy, like, this, I don't know, $500 espresso machine. Like, that's cool. But, like, you get to levels where, like, I bought my 10th, you know, Porsche. Life sucks.
You're never satisfied.
Yeah, you're never satisfied. What a drag.
What a drag.
Yeah, bro.
That new fucking 911. What a drag. Nah, I'm a
Yeah.
car. I like cars, but that,
Yeah.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you end
At
up,
what cost?
yeah, you get, you know, you don't really get happy as more money comes. And don't get me wrong, like, money's good because then it takes care of, like, the things that you need to sustain your life. But then now I'm like, okay, I can work up to making, like, you know, 100K, then 120. It's like,
You're
once
forever
already-
chasing.
Yeah, you're forever chasing. Yeah. But, yeah.
I feel I don't know because I'm lucky enough that I work with a group of individuals that are very like forcefully like growth. They have a lot of growth mindset, so they're constantly seeking the next thing, which I think makes me very uncomfortable. But I think it also allows me to want to like seek that growth too, which is like it's hard because you always feel like you're like, damn, dude, am I supposed to be in these rooms? Am I supposed to be in these conversations? Like, I went on a trip to Chicago and I'm in a room with all these other people, and their conversations are miles ahead of what we're doing. But then there's people that are talking to us and they're like, well, what are you doing? And then you're just like, oh, I do this. And they're just like, holy shit.
Wow.
How do you guys even do that? So I think operationally, like my organization is like our gym facility, like operates, we're a micro gym, but we operate close to $1 million like every year. And it's crazy. So to answer Art's question, like I think it's ever changing for me, for instance, like there's constantly pivots of what that looks like. Because if you would ask me a year ago, I'd been like, oh, it was this moment. But then I look at it a year ago, I was like, no, that was just another pivot to like another chapter that was a little bit more uncomfortable and that forced me to like fill in these new shoes, right?
Yeah.
And same thing, like I got married last year and then like we moved into another house and it was like, you know, all these things. So I don't think there's one, like for me at least, I don't think there's one point. I think there's various points and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that will change my perspective and put me into a mind frame where I'm like, all right, this needs to change or this should be consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to be so vague.
No, that was good. We understood.
What up, Mikey?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate enough to have, you know, a family that is grounded. You know, there's been instances where even this guy has been like, hey, you're fucking up. You know, like, what are you doing? You know, and vice versa. And even with these guys, you know, they've been through me. You know, I saw these guys grow up. They saw me grow up. So it's like, I don't know. It's just I'm fortunate enough to have a good family, a great job, and you know, do things that I like to do. So I think, like Andrew said too, it's just pivots in life that you're like, oh, cool, I did this, you know, I accomplished this, or you know, and it's like it's a good feeling when you do something good, or you accomplish something, you know, and but I mean, yeah, I think it's just like Andrew said, it's just pivots in life that you feel great about, and there's more to come, and there's more to learn.
All right, I'm about to just fucking lay it all out. All right, so
Show me
I
your
like this,
dick.
John.
because for
Show
me,
me your dick.
it's wet, dude.
It's wet.
Oh, don't put that shit on the
When my
table.
dick first got wet.
WebMD.
Dude, it was the Seaman Sailor?
Siemens, I don't
No.
fucking know.
Seaman Slinger.
Hey guys, can we be serious?
Yeah,
for a
what the
moment?
fuck, dude? This is my moment.
I'm sorry. This is where I fucking shine.
So, y'all, all of you know me, and you pretty much know I've always known what the fuck I'm about. Like, I go to the beat of my own drum and shit. So for me, the light switch for me wanting to make music was like 7th grade, dude. As soon as that, like, I was in 8th grade, like, hey, you guys have any classes for music production? Like, what y'all got? They were like, you could do band. Fuck that. But
I
I knew
said
constantly,
beat
like,
production.
I signed up for the fucking film school freshman year of high school because I was like, that's where I'm going to go. So after, like, just thinking about all that, just like, I want to go to school, like, do this or that. There's times when I'm fucking sitting in my room because I work from home as well. And, you know, if I'm off a show, I fucking start making a beat or something. But there's some, I'll sit back, I'll see the speakers, the fucking MPC, and I'm like, when the fuck did I do this? Like, when the fuck did this happen? Like, I'm actually doing this shit, all right? Like, that's like that, the music switch, that's when it hit. Like, no matter what I'm doing, I know I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. And another one where like the shit actually like shifted in my mentality was the day I met Kiki. I met her at a wedding, and this was during COVID, so she had the mask on. The only thing I heard was her fucking laugh. And right when I saw her walk in, I was like, that's it. She's the fucking one.
Hit that Future song,
And-
mask off.
And dude, we had just been friends for like the first year, this or that, and I had finally like worked up the courage, like, hey, I forgot what the fuck happened, but she was pretty much like, oh, we're just friends. And I was like, I left. I fucking bounced, dude. Like, I left from her house, and I didn't talk to her for a few months. And then she hits me up, and she was like nursing and shit. Like, this is where I feel bad. And she always tells me like it wasn't on purpose, but she's like, she was really flaky with texting and shit. So she like had texted me like, hey, what's up? Like this or that, like enthusiastic. And I was like, oh shit, like what up? Why not? Like, fuck it. I hit her, and she didn't fucking hit me back for a week. Like, after that shit happened, now she hits me up finally after 4 months, and then I text her back like fucking right away. I don't get a reply. Oh, I didn't see this. Fucking 7 days later. And at that point, that day, my bad. That day she had told me that shit. I was
Go to music school.
I was going through some shit, and it was just kind of like, once she hit me up like, oh, I didn't see this, dude, that was fucking last Saturday. And I'm driving, dude. I'm driving and like thinking what I'm gonna fucking say, dude. Yeah, dude. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna reply right now. I'm gonna fucking get my thoughts together. I get home, cracked open a bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, okay, let's see. Fucking took a shot like this. And I pretty much, like, I gave her like an ultimatum, because I pretty much told her like, hey, it's nice being friends, but I didn't start talking to you to get another friend. Like, that's what I told her.
I got enough friends around this motherfucker.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, I did not start talking to you because I wanted to make a friend. Like, I want you. And that's where she was like, oh fuck. Like, all right. Like, I didn't know you were serious like that.
Go off, sis.
So that's like when that switch flipped for me, because when she was like, oh, we're just friends and shit. When I had left, because it was like awkward, like an awkward 5 minutes, and I'm just sitting there like, why the fuck am I here then, you know? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna bounce, like this or that. And you would think, like, on the way home, I wasn't thinking like, fuck this, I'm gonna block her, I'm not talk to her. I was like, what the fuck can I do to get her to fucking want to be with me? Like, from then on, I was like, I'm gonna fucking better myself. Like, I didn't even worry about that. I fucking built up my own shit, and it was like, yeah, it just came, like, when it came. But that's where I was just like, yeah, I don't want another friend. Like, that's not what we're doing here. We are not talking after this, if that's what you think.
No, I do not give a fuck how your day's going.
So yeah, that's what it was for me.
Those are definitely two big light bulb moments.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Saturday too, with my wife. When I knew that I was gonna marry her, was because in high school I was a little slut, you know. I was running around and shit, and it would be like I wouldn't like confrontation because my parents fought. So like if I had any type of resilience, like to like an argument, I would just be like, all right, I'm good. Like, next, you know, like, why am I gonna sit around and wait? And I remember we got in a fight one time, and the first thing that came to mind was like, fuck, how long is this gonna last? Right?
Yeah.
Like how long is she gonna be mad for? And then I remember driving to her house, and I was thinking to myself like, oh shit, that scared me way. I was thinking on the way to her house, I was like, yo, if my fucking 17-year-old self knew what the fuck you were doing right now, bro, you get your ass whooped right now for doing this type of shit, you know? When I pulled up to her house, I was like, you know what? I was like, you're the first girl that I've been with that no argument makes me want to leave you. Like, every other girl could have told me, like, my shoes were ugly, and I'd be like, all right. How's your friend over there doing, huh? You like my shoes, girl? Come here. But her, that was one of the times. But in life, for me, was I've always wanted to be in the weed industry, and it has a stigma to it, right? It's not something popular. It's not something you want your kid going out to college and learning and shit.
I'd
So-
rather see you stripping.
Yes, exactly. No, yeah. No, I've heard that one
That's 'cause
before,
you're
dog.
gay,
If you're gonna throw the tips, but
He gonna throw
I
the
would-
tip.
as long as it's not wet, bro. Even in that situation,
Just so you guys know, John's dick gets wet. So,
Apparently.
just so you guys know.
Listen, man,
It's
you guys don't
weird.
have it like I have it, bro.
Yeah,
Right?
that's again, get that checked.
Watch, dude. Your next light bulb moment is when your dick gets wet.
What are you calling them? Guess what? Wait.
I'm thinking about John right now.
What do you think about Hun, John?
I had it was a time where like I was applying for jobs for like weed and it wasn't like nothing was coming through, you know. I've gotten like every other fucking job imaginable, but I couldn't land it no matter how much I talked. And it was starting to, it was a little bum me out a couple times. And then there was a point where I was in a parking lot of a warehouse that I was working at. And I was like, I'm going to put in one more application. It was to the place that I'm at now. I was like, I'm going to put one in there. And if this one doesn't land, like that's it. Like I'm going to stop smoking and I'm going to go to welding school. And like the trade school that I had in mind, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, if this opportunity shuts on me, like if this door closes, then I'm done with it. Like it's gone. I'll be a consumer later on. But for right now, like I need to grow the fuck up, right? So then I get the call for the interview. And so I had a Zoom interview and then I had like an in-person one. Well, around the same time, I had another interview in another city like nearby for like a lot more money than what I'm fucking making now. And it was a point of having both offers. And I told myself, like, if I don't choose the weed side right now to try and prove to myself that this is where I belong, I'm going to hate myself. But if I don't take this fucking 20+ an hour job that I need right now because, you know, we were struggling, like my marriage is going to suffer. And I was like, but I can't hate myself and then try to be content, you know? So I told I'd accepted the weed job and then I told my wife, like, you know what? Like I went this way. And yeah, it was like, it was rocky for like the first 2 weeks, you know? And it was just like, I told her, I was like, I didn't want to hate myself. Like that was the only thing. Like I can't do anything for us if I'm not happy. I was like, I've gone through fucking 10 jobs within the last year. And all just because like sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, you know? The pay is always good, but I'm not happy and I don't want to be there. So like calling off and shit like that, like it never used to bother me. Like now I miss work and I'm like, damn, dude. I wonder how the plants are doing, you know? Like, did they do this? Did they do that? You know, like,
Are they thinking about me?
bro, I know they miss my touch.
They're
dog.
not reading to them. I know it.
I know. Not the books that I recommended, you know? Like that shit gets to me sometimes, but it was a moment in my life where now I know that I made the right choice, and now I know I'm going in the right direction. And I'm still growing because like in other jobs I wouldn't give a fuck. Bro, you tell me to do something and I didn't want to do it, I'd go home. Like, dog, that would be like my favorite
Now,
game
when
with
you say
supervisors.
it didn't work out, like, what do you-
Hey, half the time
Did you
they
just walk off?
They didn't want to let me do what I wanted to do. What the fuck? Yeah, goddamn bosses, bro. I would test supervisors
They
like,
trying to make me work.
I was trying to earn a check, bro, not work. What the fuck? I didn't sign up to do that shit. Supervisor would be like, you won't go home? Oh, man.
Bet I will.
Sorry to hurt your feelings, bro. But I'm out.
Dude, I'm gonna just segue just real quick. My favorite fucking story. He told me he used to work at Walmart, and he said he used to fucking, you know how they have the thing to move all the carts at once. He will fucking leave that shit unplugged, so the next dude wouldn't be able to move all the fucking
That's
carts.
fucked up.
Fuck my coworkers at Walmart, except for one, Jimmy. You're cool, bro.
Oh fuck.
Everybody else, fuck you,
What's up,
Even
Bart?
the greeting guy?
So
especially the greeting guy.
this is gonna pivot into my next question, but what the fuck? Hell yeah. A whole ass semi.
What's up, brother? OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
$49.99.
Yeah, so just going kind of, this will be part of my answer is, I think one of the biggest things that I learned, I can't tell you when it was, but it was, I would say within a year, was to not only to do it, but that it's a thing. Like you need to be in a certain place to accept good news for other people. Like if somebody tells you something like that's good for them, like you, like sometimes like, yeah, you'll pretend to be happy for them, but you actually like there's shit going on within you that like doesn't allow you to do that. And I think that once that shit changed for me inside, I was just like, every win that somebody close to me had, like I was happy for them and
Yeah.
celebrating them and like always trying to give people their flowers for like the shit that they do, you know, whether it involves me or not. I think that was probably the biggest thing. So my question to you guys is, have you guys because not everybody's like that. Did you ever go through a time like that where somebody told you good news and you were going through some shit, so you didn't really?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you didn't
100%. Especially
reciprocate.
especially if you're like your self esteem's really low, and then they tell you like, dude, I got this like really good job, I'm making good money, and you're just kind of like, fuck that, like they don't deserve that. Like, what do they do better than me? And then so there's always this like comparison factor, and I think that's what ended up having this sense of like jealousy. But then you get to a place where you're good and you're genuinely happy, and I think that's what it is. Like, for if you want genuine friends, they're gonna be the people that are genuinely happy about news that you tell them. Like, if they go, yeah, dude, I'm like making this good money, this good job, I'm doing this, and they're genuinely happy, that's a good friend. If they're kind of like, oh, that's cool, but aren't you gonna be like crazy busy, or they try to like diminish that,
Like you're
Belittle it.
belittle it, then there's gonna be something underlying there. They're jealous, or they have an ego, self-confidence issue, shit like that. But I think everyone runs into that. But then it's like you get to a place where you're like content, you're happy, you're like, oh, dude, good for them. But it's hard. It's like, I'm sure like what you went through, that shit took a while for you to realize it and be like, damn, like that shit was bad, and it was a bad kind of like shit that was eating me alive type of thing. Yeah.
Damn. Well, one of my pet peeves are it's the topping of a conversation, right? So if like Tony goes, oh yeah, I got a dog, and I was like, oh dude, I got a dog too, but he does this, right? I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
Well, I got 3 of those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Art, like, it's I say back, like, you know, and you asked me 6 years ago, it'd be a totally different question. I was probably fucking hating or just I didn't understand what was what 6 years, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, right? But now I'm just like, if it doesn't change my life, I'm like, all right, cool, man. Like, great job. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can only do anything but celebrate you, right? If that makes you feel better, or if that just kind of, you know, gives you another bump in life, like that's great. But like if Michael tell me, hey dude, I just got a new Rolex, I'm not gonna be like, dog, you don't need a fucking Rolex. I'm like,
Can't even tell time
with, dude. You know, because him getting a Rolex does not make me get a Rolex or me not get a Rolex, right? It's just like, hey man, that's fucking great. And then, I think once, you know, I'm a huge fan of the Stoics, and it's like if you've ever read like Ryan Holiday's meditation, that he goes through like Marcus Aurelius and a lot of just passages to there.
Sick ass fools.
They're great. Or even like Marcus Aurelius' meditation is really good. But it just tells you, man, like it's like if you cannot do anything physical to you, then why like let it
bother you?
Yeah, why let it bother you? But then on the flip side, it's like if someone's telling you something, right? And they're like, hey, I got this. Is like, that's awesome, man. That's great. It's not gonna make you worse of a person just because you're not doing it, right? So that's my answer. Long-winded.
Good answer.
Yeah. I think I'm genuinely happy, you know, if you, hey, you know, I got this. Oh, hey, man, that's good for you, you know, I'm glad. But there's, you know, before I was like, oh, this person got a new truck, you know, and then I would think about it, fuck, I got a great car. I got nothing to be, you know, upset about. I got my shit, so hey.
Oh shit, grab the screen. Oh shit.
Mike's drunk.
Good catch.
Nice catch, dude.
Yeah, dude. God forbid you shoot a porno, dog.
Yeah, you're acting like you're really getting down over here. He's really passionate.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm happy for you. Whatever you got, hey, good for you, and hope everything goes well. And I know mine will be coming, or you know, sooner or later, or you know, I'm happy with what I got too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had like a hater bone in my body like that, like a jealousy and shit. Like especially like even a really good example is just yesterday when Tony pulled out his fucking card, dude. Like for me, it wasn't like I don't have a fucking card. Like me, I was just like, dude, I walked in on this dude jacking off to Fergie once. And now he's a fucking head custodian. Like, he's fucking balling, bro. Like he's a fucking man now, dude.
Fergie, not Fergie, bro.
And with like Andrew, and with Andrew especially, like I remember the first day he fucking asked me to work out. Like this motherfucker didn't know how to do a squat, bro. And then he fucking like once I see like, hey
up.
man, I'm head coach at Reese. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like you did that shit. Like I don't know how you did that shit. That's crazy. Like it's just more like. Cause for me, jealousy is like a thing where you're jealous of what someone wants, right? But like the shit you do is not what I want to do or what I'm going to do. The shit any of you do is gonna be how you do it. So it's like I can't be jealous because I'm not gonna do the shit the same way you do anyway. So like I can be like, oh shit, this motherfucker got a Rolex, but it's like, what am I doing to get a Rolex? Like, it's his fucking Rolex. He's probably been working for 7 years for that fucking bitch.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are expensive.
So yeah, I can't I appreciate that shit because it's like I don't know, like Art said, if my homies are making it, like I'm fucking making it. Like
Pretty
someone's
much.
in line at all times.
So much. We got a good raffle going right now, bro. I think our top 5 we're good, dog. We're solid. One of us is gonna go good.
Yeah, it's so funny because I remember when Drew was like, "Yeah, I'm getting into CrossFit." I just texted John. He's gonna show me how to power snatch and power clean, and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
He said, "Okay."
Okay, cool. And then I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, yeah, he just told me to like pick it up and lift it up in the air. And I'm like, wow.
Oh,
that's
fuck
very,
it. There you go.
Solid
that's
advice.
solid
That's
You
advice.
solid
see,
ass
you see
fucking
that weight
advice.
right there? Pick that shit up.
Pick that shit up,
That's
yeah.
it.
But it was like because he like he was in sports. He's fucking athletic as shit. Volleyball, fucking soccer. Dude, we get to fucking LA Fitness. We stand at the squat rack. He's like, all right, what we do? Like, what do you mean, dog? You put the weight on, dude.
Long time coming.
Yeah, that shit was great though, man. What's up, Mux?
No, I've always felt extremely privileged to the group of friends that I have, because to me, like all my friends in the immediate group that we've had since middle school, I feel like the success has traveled through everybody, you know. So I've always been extremely proud to say like, oh, you know, my friends do this, you know, like my best friend, he's a TSA agent, you know, and it's like. It's nice to say that, you know, like this guy's a good guy. See, I hang out with good people, you know what I'm saying? And then when these guys were going to music school too, and even after, like, it's nice to say like, oh, I got homies who went there, you know, and they're doing the thing, you know. So I've always been able to reciprocate feeling good for somebody, even if I was feeling bad, just because it was always like, damn it, my time is bad right now for myself, but it could always be worse. But my homies, they're thriving right now. And that feels good to me to see, you know, like that even if they are going through stuff, they're still pushing through it, which means that I can push through it too, just like they're doing it, you know? But I've always felt, again, proud of the group of friends that I have, and I wish nothing but the best for them, you know? Like John said, if one of us makes it, we all make it. And I believe full-heartedly, like no matter who between the 5 of us that we have, it's gonna go good, you know. And it's sad to think that when I talk to certain people, like they didn't have groups like this in growing up, you know. Like friends that we can say we met in 5th grade and still talk to them now, you know. Like it shocks me to find out that people don't have groups like this.
Long-term friends.
Yeah, like it sucks, bro. Like, damn, bro, really, you couldn't find like one guy, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's hard sometimes, but. We each have at least that one person, you know.
So I asked him the question, have you ever dealt with it in life that you can't celebrate other people's wins because you're going through some shit?
Saddle up. So, when I first started going to college, I wanted to do radio, and I was doing good in my program at Fullerton College. I had people telling me, yo, you're going to do good. You're going to do great. You've got the voice. Keep at it. Keep at it. I was making good. I tell this fucking story every year to high school students, by the way. I was doing really good. There's this chick who was working in Palm Springs at a radio station. She's like, hey, look, I've got a project coming up with Sirius XM. Send me a demo. We'll see what we can do. I sent her the demo. She liked it. She's like, this is cool. I developed a fucking dope-ass industry connection. I'm like, all right, cool. This is going to be dope. Fucking months go by. I'm trying to get fucking anything in radio. Street team, intern, anything. Everything's fucking falling through. So Meanwhile, she's fucking going from Palm Springs. She's hustling. She's driving to Palm Springs back to like fucking LA every weekend to do her shit. She gets picked up by Power 106. I'm like, fuck, that's dope. That didn't get me. It's fucking not getting answers from over 40 fucking radio stations, from emails, you know, sending my demo out, doing all this, hearing the radio people still telling me like at college, like, hey, you're going to be good, you're going to do good, you're going to do good. My frustrations boiled over on Twitter.
Oh shit.
Because
Good old X.
And and I'll say this because you know it's when you're in a competitive business, you have to think you're the best. When you're competing, even when it's CrossFit, when you're out there competing, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, that person's better than me," because now they've got that.
You can acknowledge it.
You can acknowledge it,
but you can't.
But you can't let
accept
it. You know
it
what I mean?
that.
And for me, it was like, "No, fuck that. I'm better than that person. You know, I should be in this place." And I threw that out there. That fucking connection was fucking gone immediately. It made me fucking have to rework every fucking thing in my life to fucking, like we said, pivot, right? That was a fucking bad thing that made me pivot.
Pivotal moment.
Yeah, it was a very pivotal moment. It was a pivotal moment that sent me down that fucking black hole that made me hit that other pivotal moment that made me say, okay, you got to get back to school. But yeah, for me, that it was like fucking seeing these people, and I'm sorry, there's still some people who I hear on the radio where I'm like, fuck, they're really not that good, but they say the right things, you know, and credit to them because they can do that. It takes a lot to like throw out everything that you believe. Like, and I'll say this, fucking, did you guys like the Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
You did? I fucking hated it. I thought that shit was fucking stupid. I thought it was
After
The original one.
yeah, the original one.
The original one.
Okay.
I think after like the third or fourth or whatever, when they started traveling after fucking Italy, I didn't watch it
At the
anymore.
time, it was great though. Yeah. 2010 popped
Well, see,
off.
and we've got like an age gap, right? So I think that might play a little bit.
Are you a Real Worlds and like Road Worlds fan?
It was like, you know what I mean?
That shit was cool, though. I watched that.
Right. But for me, it was just like, man, this shit was just getting fucking dumber and dumber. So then I would hear like, you know, people on radio like talking to fucking Pauly D like, oh, bro, you're so cool. And fucking, like, damn, bro, like, you can't fucking really believe that. Like look at this guy's fucking hair, dude. Like, you know, so it was shit like that. And then I finally, I'm like, you know what? Credit to them for being able to fucking put all of their feelings aside. Because it takes a lot to be able to do that. To be able to be like, you know what? I fucking... Like, I was talking about it yesterday. I used to think Waka Flocka sucked. I love him now, bro. I love him now. I learned to fucking
Waka
appreciate him. I go
Flocka
fucking hard in the motherfucking paint. You know?
What you
These
thinking?
stink.
Yeah, it took me a while. You know? So, like, fuck, I'm losing my fucking train of thought here.
He said, Walker got him, bro.
Yeah. But, you know, like, we're all able to... And I guess my thing was not having the patience that they do. Because they had something that I wish I would have had the patience to be like, nah, I can wait. I'll bide my time. Then when I get there, I'll do what I have to do until I can be Howard Stern and fuck everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, because I'm sure Howard Stern, well, maybe not Howard, but like Charlemagne the God, he had to say that he loved this person and that person, and he waited his time. He was just patient. I guess for me, it was like I had no patience. I felt like I was hearing everything from everyone telling me how great. I bought into my own hype. You know, like my ego was fucking...
Boom,
you know,
son.
Not fucking Bobby's World, you know? And, you know, like now I can really look back and appreciate, especially with everything that I've gone through. I'm like, right, you know what? It takes a different person to make it in that world. I would have never been able to do it. Like, I wasn't going to be able to drive to Palm Springs every weekend for a fucking show for 3 hours and then come back. Yeah, you're spending more time on the road than you are on the
at
show.
work, yep.
Or to fucking move to Idaho or Montana to fucking pay my fucking dues to come back to LA.
Fucking Idaho.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
That's, so I give them their credits. Like they were able to keep that patience and they had that drive and that hunger more than I did. So I can look back at it now and then look at the people who are doing it now and be like, yo, yeah, you guys have something that I didn't back then. You know.
Patience is a virtue.
Yep. So that's why I said settling because it was
Wild to reflect, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can look back now. You know, I mean, I still have it a little bit. I can't lie. Like sometimes I'll, you know, like I see people who do what I do, like across like, you know, Southern California, and I do so like. The basis of my job is pretty much like, okay, you go take photos, you do video, you say good shit about this school district, you talk about how great it is. but I've made it my point to do more than that. So I'm the only person who does like live broadcasts of fucking sporting events, and
That's cool.
I've made it my point to learn all this different shit. And there's still a little piece of me where I see these other people like getting these jobs. I'm like, fuck, like, yo, you cannot even do half of what I do. But then I'm like, but you know what? I get it. You're willing to make those connections with other people that are going to get you there. And I'm a very prideful person. Like I hate the politicking and behind the scenes shit of like talking to different people to be like, oh hey, I'm so and so. This is what I do.
Like the networking part.
Yeah,
of it.
like I don't like to really do that. I really like I want to make people take note of what I'm doing because it's like being spread. You know, like a fucking organic thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you can't do shit organic. You know,
It's tough and it takes time. That's the thing. It's like it's a waiting game because you know what you have, but you also don't want to be the person to be the pushy persistence in the sense that they're gonna remember you because you were annoying. Now you know what I'm saying. Not because you did good.
Yeah.
Versus who were like, you know, we're not getting a lot of views or a lot of anything right now, but we know that once it catches on, everything we have backtrack is just gonna help us. You know, so I believe doing it organically is hard, but with patience, it's gonna come. You know.
Yeah. So for me, like, yeah, man, I there's still a little bit of that in me, but I don't know if it's in. I think just the way my personality is, it's gonna be hard to always or to just release that completely and like be like, oh yeah, that's awesome for you, that's great for you, that's great for you. You know what I mean? Like, so I
gonna be like this in the car.
Like, yeah, I could admit that. Like, I'm, you know, I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, I'm glad when everyone's doing all this shit. You know, but if it's like something that has nothing to do with like a lane I'm in, you know, it's like I'm not gonna like, you know, like they're saying, if someone gets like a Rolex, I'm gonna give them, fuck your Rolex,
Fuck your Rolex.
fucking Rolexes aren't even fucking cool. I got a G, you know,
I got a G-Shock. My shit lights up.
Does yours light up?
Yeah.
Just goes in
You
the
talk
dark.
about like you have that support system in those friends, right? So, like I don't want to say I'm more successful than my friends because we all have our successes in our own ways. But when it comes to like education, like I've got the degree, like so I've got like a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I love it because I would have my friends just fucking stop and randomly be like, "Yo, you got a fucking master's degree, dude! Like, whoa, you're fucking doing this, you're doing that," and for me, like that's when you can have a friend group that's able to like take a step back and remind you of what you have, because sometimes you might not be able to sit and bask in that moment and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. You were talking about it earlier. You don't want to, you know, chase that 100,000 because then when you're at 100, you're like, fuck, why can't I make 150? When you're at 150, it's why can't I make 200? You know, and I'm the kind of person who's like, okay, I'm a fucking supervisor now, but that's not enough. I want to be a coordinator. And whenever I'm a coordinator, that's never going to be enough. I'm going to want to be a person with my own, like, be in charge of my own district communications thing. Like, so we need people to, like, remind us of, like, hey, this is what you have, you know? Because when you talk about not being able to give other people their flowers or celebrate other people's wins, I think a lot of times we're not able to celebrate our own wins because we don't want to, right? Because then it's like that stigma of like, oh, bro, you're feeling yourself.
It's like a guilty feeling almost sometimes. Yeah. Like you don't want to, you feel bad feeling good for yourself.
Yeah. You know, so I think like coming from a standpoint of like, yo, tell your friends like, hey, you've like this guy right here, like it's awesome to see this guy move up in the district that I'm in. Like I can tell people like, yeah, my cousin's a head one. And like there's a position open that's at the building that I'm at. And I fucking want him to get it like so fucking bad. Like I told him like, yo, dude, if you go and you test in that top 3, I'm going to be the one in there telling them like, you got to take this guy, like this guy's got to be the one. You know, I love seeing like seeing that, you know, like seeing people close to you, like fucking going. And I know for him, it's probably like tough because I'll be like, there was a test he just took where he fucked up on, he bombed on. I'll say that because he didn't fucking ask for advice, you know, because Anthony here is full of fucking pride. Yeah. He won't tell you. He wants to do it on his own, and but sometimes you got to take that step back and reach out, right? Make this connection you're talking about. That's
I'm super prideful. I'm like to the point where like I got to prove myself. I'm like, all right, I don't need any help and all that shit. But no, it's tough. But yeah, just speaking on that, it's like it's one of those things where like for me, it's hard to have that like self confidence to be like, yo, I'm the shit. Like I'm gonna fucking do this, I'm gonna be able to be the best. And it's hard, but I think we all go through these like trials and tribulations of like figuring out like what we're capable of, and I think that's the beauty of like living through life. Because if you told me like where I would have been at now compared to like 10 years ago, I'm like, dude, I thought I would have been playing video games, being a bum, fucking not doing shit.
You mean I'm not gonna play video games?
Yeah,
Fuck.
like
Well, how old are you?
27.
Dude, what was I doing? I think I was still a custodian when I was 27, and you fucking had one.
Word.
Yeah.
You're ahead of where I was, and fuck, you were a custodian for like probably like 3 years less than I was.
Fuck. Yeah.
You know, like that's how you got to stop and think too.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
It is hard sometimes,
Yeah,
though.
bastard.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Word. Hey, he just did it. He just did that shit. He just told us about it, and now he just
Fuck
fucking
your
did
Rolex.
it.
No, because I want him to succeed.
He said, "Fuck your
And you know
Rolex,
what?
Tony."
In the way I am, it's like, to me, he's the best custodian in the district.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what anyone else does. He's the best. My dad, he's the best fucking supervisor in our district because my dad works for our district too. Like, I'll champion for my people. Like, that's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, that's the best. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things. Like, if the three of, like, I'm sure the three of you should be telling each other you're the best fucking podcasters that you know.
Right.
Like, straight up.
We are the funniest motherfuckers
But
that
You guys
I
are
know.
pretty fucking funny.
But that's
bro.
how
Yeah,
it
just
should
say
be. That's how it should
Yeah.
be. You know, you should always have each other's back. And I've told you this, and I've told you this. Whatever you guys, you know, I'm always going to have your back, no matter what it is. And the same goes for you, and David knows it, and Andrew knows it. You know, whatever you guys need, I'm here. Whatever advice you guys need, you guys have my number. I'm here for you guys. You know, I'm not, you know, just because I'm older, I'm wiser. I'm not gonna say that, but it is there.
Yeah, no.
But if I don't have the answer, we'll get it together. Yeah. You know, we'll figure it out. But it should be that way. Like David was saying, oh, you know, my dad's the best supervisor, my cousin's the best custodian. Hey, you guys are the best podcast. Andrew's the best trainer. You know, Anthony's the best custodian. David's the best at what he does.
I retired from podcasting, so you guys are the best.
How gracefully you pass the torch to us.
That's like Tom Brady retiring. That's what he
Hey,
said.
so we get to keep all this shit now. If you're not gonna need it no more, you're not gonna need it.
Yeah, but yeah, no, but for like, yeah, you guys got some funny shit, man. You guys got to be able to go on for 2 hours, like I said, that shit's dope. And to be able to fucking bring in, you know, like 4, not random people, but like 4 people to come in and fucking just carry it.
And go off about.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you your. I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
I'm
you-
sexy
about
red
anything.
lane.
I'm gonna give you
Talk
guys
about
your fucking
anything and
flowers
everything.
now, so when you make it,
Nah, you better remember us, motherfucker.
on the
Cut the
fucking
check.
ground floor.
Yeah. Remember that one time we went camping? Yeah. I was there for that
Bro, I'll
one.
carry your camera bags.
Oh shit! You'll enter for us. Yes.
I just
Pay-
want that
pay
new
me-
Silverado diesel.
Hey, pay me in cheeseburgers and seafood. Bro.
Hey,
Who's
fuck
that?
yeah.
Just cook,
Just
bro.
fucking cook for me.
I got you, dude. Don't trip.
But I will take the Rolex.
I got you on that one. Because I want one. I want one too.
But take John to get checked out, bro. Because that
Wet Walter, dog.
Wet Walter.
You guys are fucking
dude.
tripping, dude. Right? I'm telling you, you go fucking one time. You're gonna be about to fuck your girl. You're gonna pull your pants down. It's gonna be wet, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't. I gotta call John."
First of all, I have made love with my wife.
Don't talk about my lady like that.
No. Love making doesn't get your dick wet, dude. It's when you want to fuck.
hey. So we've talked for like almost 3 hours, and we haven't even talked about the one reason why we're here. Right?
Word.
Yeah.
So fucking.
This guy has a really wet dick, so we're trying
Yeah,
to
he's
air him out
trying to
a
get to
little.
the bottom of
It's a
it.
perfect
If
segue.
if you know what wet dick means, can you please go ahead and comment under the
girl's a
video?
nurse.
Because if you know any doctors, nurses watching the show.
you know, we're all gonna go home and we're gonna test that theory out.
Word.
I'm gonna start off slow. I'm
It's
like,
the wet dick theory, dude.
Test my shit real quick.
Oh, shit.
So John's about to tie the knot.
John's about to, yeah.
We're here for his bachelor party.
Yeah. In the
Right,
woods,
right, right.
in the woods, just how he likes it, you know.
In the woods with a lot of wood.
Bachelor trip.
in
A lot of wood.
Yeah. Well.
The sauce
How do you,
party.
fest.
well, how do you feel, man? How do you feel that you're
yeah.
about to jump the broom?
And also before we'll give you advice as someone who's been married for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Very long time, Jason. Very long time.
You know, then down the line, I think Drew, you're the newest newlywed here.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, how long you got?
Been together since 2012.
How long you been married?
Married, well, it's not official yet, but it's been over 10 years. So,
Nah, bro,
I'm
you could,
still.
Fair enough.
Yep,
Counts.
yep, she still gets half your shit.
Yeah.
California, dude.
5 years.
So,
I've been married 5
so
years.
John, tell us how you feel, and then we'll give you some advice, bro.
I feel like I said, I mean, the day I met her, like this is what I wanted with her. So it's just kind of like, again, it's where I sit back and I can think about all the fucking regrets. Like I didn't do this, I didn't do that, but then I'm like, wait, I won. Like hold on, like I'm already there. Like, and that's like finding that perspective is hard, but it's like, you know, once I met her, I was like, this is it. Like she was just like, all right, we got to get a ring, get married, have a wedding, and I was like, okay, all right, sure, like fuck, dude.
Right on it.
And for me, it was like I never ever pictured that shit. I was just like, all right, we just gonna get a certificate, fucking a nice little ceremony with her.
Certificate?
Like,
Typical John.
Just gotta sign real
see,
quick.
like we're
Yeah,
chilling, dude. And that was, but
Where's
no,
where's the prenup at?
she wanted that big extravagant shit, and I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I guess we doing it.
Yeah, make
right.
sure she has you sign one so you don't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know.
No, but she's a nurse, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
that's
sign
what I'm
one.
saying. We're-
Don't sign one.
We're,
Don't sign
we're
one.
trying to protect her.
Oh my bad, never mind. I was over there like, don't sign that shit. Don't sign that shit, John. If she loves you, she wouldn't ask you for one. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding, Kiki. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you have a great life. She needs to be able to afford that. Support that.
Extravagance.
I'm just saying, man. But yeah, I don't know, it's nerve wracking. Like, especially with a kid in the mix.
Yeah.
Like, it's all happening in one fucking year.
Yeah, you took.
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Many months.
Denny's?
So it's just like, I don't know, it's.
Is there what do you in terms of your marriage or like your relationship, what makes you nervous about getting married?
I don't know. I don't really know if there's anything that makes, because we've been married, so it's like it's nothing new for us. All I'm really focused on is like getting the fucking ceremony over with, having to coordinate all that shit
problems.
with all those people. Like doing all that shit is my biggest worry. But after that, it's like I'm gonna be in the same fucking bed, like chilling.
Yeah,
Like I
pretty
gotta
much.
clean up the shit the next day, I'm sure. So it's like I'm not really. I just feel like I've been rolling with the punches, like this last year, like just fucking getting ready for a wedding. Oh shit, now a kid. And for me, it wasn't like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? It's like shit, like I gotta do it now. Like,
It's not a what if.
like
it's
especially,
I gotta do it.
exactly, like especially for work. Like, dude, I am fucking retarded when it comes to sports, bro, and retarded. Like, I don't know any of that shit. And for me to get promoted at work, I have to exclusively do sports. So it's like MLB, especially. I trained for that shit like 3 times, like 4 years ago, and I fucking bombed. I failed miserably, and I was like, all right, I'm retarded. I ain't fucking doing this. And I was like, all right, this like I'll see how it goes. I'll fucking reassess. But this year, I fucking signed up to start the testing August, and I did MLB, NHL. I finished all that by September, and my goal was like October. So I already got the shit, and because of that, like
Slay Queen.
what was also going on, it's like we had to do 2 sports, and I was already on NBA, but they dropped us. So now I just lost one. So now I had to do 2 extra, which was MLB and NHL. And after that, I had to do another test to even get promoted. But after I did those 2 back to back, they were like, all right, like you're good. Like you just got it. I'm like, what the
Fuck
fuck?
yeah.
Like,
Hey.
Let's go.
and it's like, dude, I'm fucking now. All last week I did fucking ESPN, boxing, UFC, fucking baseball.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm sitting there like, all right, I know what I'm doing now. I'm cool.
I know what
And
a
it's
touchdown
like
is.
to the point. Like when that shit happens, when someone gets cleared, like their supervisor blasts an email like, hey, this person like did this or that. And for me, like I said, I'm fucking retarded. So when I woke up,
He sounds like Alex Jones. Like, what the fuck? You know, I'm just retarded.
I'm
Can't
just
spell.
but when I woke up, I saw that email, like, congratulating me, like, this or that. And the one thing he said was, like, yeah, if you got any advice on how he did it so fast, just ask him. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I did. Like, what are you talking
Hey,
about,
just
bro?
call bro.
Stress, my guy.
It's called panic. You ever try
Like,
it? 'Cause that
dude,
shit.
they would block me out for like an hour and a half, a training block. I'd be on YouTube fucking doing all this shit.
That's smart,
Then it got
bro.
closer to the test. I'm like, oh shit. Like that's when I did 3 hours straight of fucking MLB practice that day. And then I had the test that next hour. So I did like 6 hours of fucking baseball in a day
God damn.
for my test. And I fucking passed it. But yeah, dude, I was like dicking around. I was like, shit, fuck
Fucking
baseball, bro. I
motherfucker.
can't do this.
baseball.
Yeah.
Is that the one
So
with
is
the
that the
soccer
key?
ball?
Is that the key? You just gotta get your girl pregnant and be like, all right, fuck.
Yeah,
I need
pretty
to get
much, dude.
promoted. Let's go.
Yo.
I need more money.
That's intense.
I wouldn't
but
advise
see,
that. Bro.
you already a head custodian, so now get your girl pregnant. You got the 200K. That's the
let's go.
200K right there.
He said, "Let's go."
Babies,
He's
they
already-
say babies come with money, man.
Word.
Yeah, it's true.
It's Rolex
what,
after that, dude.
Oh, fuck.
What advice would you give him?
Be straight with her, man. Don't dick around. You know, if you
What'd you
Be
say?
straight with her.
I just
Yeah,
follow what he said.
not in that way, man.
Oh, my fault.
You, you can be anyway then.
If you know, like you were saying, oh, you know, we got an argument. You know, how long's it gonna last? You know, don't make it last. You know, go to her. You know, sometimes you don't want to, but sometimes you have to be
Right.
the bigger man. You know, just go up to her and hey, you know, let's talk about this. You know,
Yeah.
talk about it. That's one thing me and Jasmine always, you know, we get in an argument and it's like, you know, we talk about it and then after we're like, why do we even
You don't even remember the fight.
Yeah, it's like over some stupid little shit. So it's like don't let it get to the point where it's like a week, 2
Right.
weeks, you know, and it's like you guys are even, you know, nah, man, just be straight with her, talk shit out and be there for each other. And that's it, man. And you can have a good marriage.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
What about you? Wait, we'll go backwards because it's
Yeah, so like you know, like you said about the fighting shit. Like sometimes the shit's so petty you don't even have to talk about it because you'll just look at her and be like, yeah, that was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
You know, you'll flash it. Like half the time, like I make it a point, like for me, like I'll be mad for, and she'll be mad for fucking a night, and that's it. You know, like I'll go to bed mad, and then she'll wake up and she'll be like all about it, and I'm like still pissed off about it, and then she'll like look at me and like and being like, oh, good morning. And I'll be like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm like,
good morning. Good morning.
man, like fuck, you know, like, but yeah, never wake up angry from the night before. Like let that shit go, you know, and if it's big enough where you feel like you can't, then that, you know, like hey, yeah, definitely talk it out. Like
Yeah.
don't let that shit go on for weeks and
Right.
weeks. You know, like I saw like my grandpa on my dad's side wouldn't talk to my grandma for like fucking weeks at a time. You know, my pops is the same way. Like 3 days, 4 days. Like, how can you do
Yeah.
that shit? You know, like you
That's that
can't.
old head shit, man.
It is.
Yeah,
it
that is that old
It's
head shit.
That old school
They're built different.
mentality. Yeah, big time. You know.
You want to fuck around and find out? Watch. I'm saying shit to you.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like that's the
I-
one thing. Like the anger, like the nah, man. Like,
Yeah, I try to do that. She's like, come here, we're talking. Like, fuck. All right.
Fuck. I work with my dad. What the fuck? Gotta do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, my parents were like that too, dog. One time, I remember a time when my parents were fighting pretty hard, bro. And it was like my dad and me, and then my sister and my mom, right? And we're all trying to like make like sandwiches. I think we were making sandwiches. My fucking dad turns to me and he's like, hey, it's like, tell your mom to give me this.
yeah.
So I fucking look at my sister. I look at my sister and I was like, what do? She's like, well, tell her. And I'm like, all right, ma. Like, my dad wants this. My fucking petty ass mom turns to my sister like, well, tell her I ain't getting shit. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
But
Both hard head.
the advice that I can give you, bro, is forgiveness is a big thing. And I was like, understand that like mistakes are gonna happen, and if there's no end to your relationship, as in like you guys don't see divorce as even a hint of conversation, let it go. Because one thing that I used to get mad at me for was when we used to fight like over text, I'd fall asleep, you know, and she'd tell me like, that just shows how much you care. And I told her, I was like, you're not going nowhere and I'm not going nowhere. And I want to go to sleep. So we're gonna, tomorrow when I wake up, we'll talk. And I was like, but one night, I ain't about to go nowhere, you know, like this can get solved tomorrow. It doesn't, right now it's too late. You have work, I have work, like just go to sleep, you know, like we'll figure this out tomorrow. But I've always told her like, no matter what happens, like leaving is never an option. Like you want to be mad at me for a day or two and you want to yell all day, cool. Get it out of your system, because I'm not going nowhere. So if you think you're gonna push me away, like you got, you know what I'm saying, you're stuck with me forever, son. Like I ain't going. I told her, I was like, this life I hooked us up, and that's it. Like there's no more going back and forth. You know, if you are mad, we need to speak about it. You know, but if you don't want to talk about it, there's always that thing too. I always tell her, do you want to vent or do you want to find a solution? And one of our other homies taught me that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when somebody wants to vent, they don't want to hear like, well, you should do this, right? It's like, yeah, fuck that bitch, or whatever it is going to be. And then there's the let's find a solution. All right, well, this is the point of view that we should see it from.
Right.
But I think for me, it's forgiveness. It should be understanding of you're not perfect, neither is she. So even together, you know what I'm saying, you guys are one, but mistakes are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to forgive than to hold on to it for fucking God knows how many years.
Yeah.
You know, you love that person, and all right, they fucked up. You guys are growing. You know, you never stop growing. I don't believe that ever stops. But I for sure feel like with growth is going to come the pivots, or the stumble, the bumps in the road. But you guys got married for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? You feel like this person is going to be the one that's going to be able to fight everything with you. So, and it's you guys versus a problem, never you versus her versus the problem. Yeah. That's where things get fucked up, You want to be mad at one reason, but in reality, like, you guys should just be mad at the situation. Yeah. But it's hard when you're married because you get in fights and you want to talk shit, about each other to each other. So it's like, I can't do that, but
Fuck you and your wet dick.
Yo, have you heard that before?
No,
Your dick's so wet.
They like the wet dick.
I have one more thing actually. When you guys get in fights or there's some trouble, keep that in house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, for sure.
Don't, and you can talk to your friends about getting advice about how to handle the situation, but don't go to them and be like, "Oh, she's a fucking this," and don't do that shit. That shit, because you know what happens? Then people are forced to fucking pick sides, and
watch it with the in-laws like that.
And your friends are gonna back you up, so you don't want your friends to be looking at your
all day, son.
like be like, "Oh, let's get her."
Yeah,
let's get her.
Because I've seen that shit happen where it like. And then if you guys break up and something, or like separate and something happens and that shit talking is going on, and then you get back together, now you've got two sides of the
right.
Like, what you said about this?
Yeah.
You said about it?
Yeah. That's my last one. Yeah.
All right.
What do you got, Andrew?
I'll give you one my father-in-law gave me the day I asked for my wife's hand. He said, as your marriage keeps going, try to do every single thing with your wife. Try not to do anything separate.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go out, do it together. You go on a trip, try to do it together. Anything, try to do it together. Just allows the relationship to get stronger.
Right.
Then something that I've done in the last year, I've tried to do as much as I can, is just say thank you to little things. I think it goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it goes a long way just saying thank you, because I think all of us know that we're all pieces of shit in our own way, and
we don't like to admit it. But
I'll say it.
And for them to be willing to
like stick with us
and be with us for the rest of our lives, that's like they don't know it's a burden, but it's a burden,
right.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Exactly. So all the quirks that you have, everything that you do that like I don't know how my wife puts up with, that's just simple thank you goes a long way.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, John.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
bro.
dog.
We will see you on the next blackout, which will be in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
We appreciate you guys coming on. It was a fucking
thank you guys,
jam.
man.
No,
this was fun for us, man.
I'll tell you
finally
what.
having us on.
I know.
Yeah, dude.
I tell you what, I love this shit. I've always loved this shit. So to be able to be a part of your guys' podcast, that's just dope, man.
He's coming back.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, don't you fucking start now.
Are you
Don't
flipping me
get-
off under the table?
Don't you get no idea.
Sorry, you got
I'm
deleted.
an old school guy. I was thinking about podcasts before they even called them podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back when fucking dinosaurs were fucking. We were writing our topics and fucking on the
chalkboard,
stones,
son.
bro.
Oh, shit, son.
With the chisel.
No, but it's just, man, you guys keep it up, man. And, when you guys get that money, like hymns, just fucking toss some product my way, dog.
Yeah.
Don't even trip, bro.
Blue
Don't even
Chew.
trip.
Shout out to Blue Chew.
They got
Come
Blue Chew,
on,
my
Blue
bad.
Chew.
Yo, fuck him, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Well, thank you guys. Good night, and let's get fucked
Peace.
up.
Let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
Peace.